Welcome back to another episode of Across the Bifrost. This is our special Across the Bifrost Team Championship wrap-up show. I'm here back on the mics for 2026. Dr. Norbert is me, and that's Lore Master Jay over there.
Yo, you nearly forgot your name.
I did.
It's been a while. It's been a little while.
Or a busy weekend, one of the two.
Yeah. You can probably hear it in our voices. Whenever we reach this octave, it means that we're about to do an episode where we discuss an event that we went to because we are tired, and it is the Monday after.
Yeah, this is good radio voice, though. This is what people used to get paid big bucks for.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we are. See, I'm also powering me through this episode is a special bottle of whiskey that I picked up with some of my Patreon money. Yeah, it was a special 15-year-old Glenlivet that I found.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 15 years old.
I still don't know how I feel about Patreon funding your drinking habits.
As long as it's not out of control.
Yeah.
You have to be my minder. You let the Patreons know. Dr. Norbert's going on for the edge.
Yeah. Anyway, listen, right? I need to cut this out, okay? Even though we've had a weekend filled with lovely people coming up and telling us how much they love the podcast, right? I'll be honest, I needed a break before this weekend, and then all the people coming and telling me that they love Across the Bifrost made me be like, we should probably record Monday, shouldn't we? But we still need to keep to our philosophy of no one likes podcasts that start with, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm pretty good, yeah, thanks, how are you? No one cares! No one cares! They're here for MCP. They're here for stats. They're here to hear about our games and how many crits you rolled in each prior roll.
That was just my clever way of inserting the Patreon aspect of our show. Come on now.
It was marketing. Sorry.
Marketing in disguise, and it would have worked had you not kept your trap shut.
Yeah. There you go. Actually, let's talk about let's plug Patreon right now, actually, real quick.
Right.
In 2026, we've realized that we're gonna switch things up a little bit on the Patreon, and we're going to be doing Patreon exclusive episodes. We've been doing this for a year now. For the first year, we sort of, we're kind of feeling our way, seeing how we felt about doing a Patreon. And if, we don't really like, getting money from this, to be honest, because we do this because we love the game and we love the community and we want to see it grow. But so many people have been so nice to us over the last year. I actually had people come up to us, to me in the pub on the Saturday, telling me that we should be charging more for Patreon and all this stuff. And I had to explain we don't want to. Anyway, but basically we're going to be doing more Patreon exclusive episodes. So we had it in the, on New Year's Day, we had a 2026 predictions episode go out with Pat Dunford, and we kind of, predicted what would happen this year. That's a Patreon exclusive episode, and it won't be going out public. And people really liked it, and we got a lot of good feedback about it. So we're going to do a little bit more of that this year. So some of our Patreon episodes will go public, but if you want to get the more kind of, we call it the sweaty content, but the stuff that talks about how to be good at the game, we interview winners, we go deep dives on affiliation, stuff like that. That's all going to be on Patreon, and it's going to stay on Patreon for the most part. Yeah.
Exactly. There might be exceptions that we make, but the default now is that you won't hear it unless you're a Patreon. Yeah. In appreciation of all those Patrons who do actually power us through all this. And as a matter of fact, I'm lining up 4 different exciting episodes for Patreons coming out of the ATB Team Championship because we have 4 undefeated players. 4 people went 7-0, and that's it, over 120 different players. And so and there's one major surprise there in terms of affiliation. So
you're buzz feeding it. Yeah. 4 people went 7-0. You won't believe which one of them was playing.
and so be on the lookout for those very soon.
Starting off there then, 7-0. That's crazy, Norbert. 7 games. Yeah. At a team event? That's never been done before.
No, I don't, possibly not, actually.
No, maybe not be done again. We haven't got the survey back yet. People felt, but people were very tired. I've got a lot of stamina, and I was very tired at the end of the weekend.
Yeah. I was feeling all right, actually, better than most Sundays. I don't know why, but it was good. But yes, 7 games over 2 days is what happened. So let's talk about it. Let's just get into it. So if you want all the pre-tournament stats, I recommend you go read Soren's blog, Soren the German. He wrote a blog talking about all the stats about the event and details. So you can look there if we don't mention it here. But basically, we ran our annual January event. It's a fantastic time of the year because of how easy it is to get to London, and also all the prices are much cheaper because it's just post-Christmas. And it seems to be a time when people paid enough family points, wife points, that they from the Christmas break, that everybody has time to come to this. So it was a blowout. We had 120 spots, and all of them got filled up.
120 players.
Yeah.
We need to pause there, Norbert. Is that like, I mean, people have been saying it's the second biggest event ever. I'm not sure that's quite true.
No, it is.
WTC has
32 teams and we've had 24. So yeah.
Right. Is that bigger than American events as well?
So I checked in with good old Mike DeLuca over at the Danger Room, who I thought would be a good person to ask for this. And he said if you added up the heats in Adepticon, it would come out to 120-ish players.
Right.
So I would say we were on par with probably the biggest American event.
Wow. So it's 120 players, and then our good friend Leon came down to help out TOing on Saturday, which makes it 121 MCP players in one room. So I'm counting that.
Yeah. All right, got it.
Nailed it. He did play a game MCP, actually. He played one game right at the end.
Oh, did he?
Against Finley. So that's 121 players playing MCP.
Amazing. So yeah, it was 5-person teams, and you couldn't repeat characters across the team. Otherwise, team tactics cards and crises cards were allowed across the, as much as each player wanted.
Can we talk about that decision as well?
All right.
Or do you want me to come at the end of the summary?
No, yeah, I like these interruptions.
Yeah, so I've done a complete 180 on that, by the way. So when I first started playing in team events, it was what they call True Highlander, which is no tactics card or crisis can be repeated. And I loved it. But that's because I was like, I'm here to play like X-Men fully affiliated, and I want to see some weird cards coming out. And I was seeing all these like character-specific cards you wouldn't normally see, like, Gotta Get Some Air, and like Fastball Special was being used, and it was like quite good, in that kind of meta. And Pat Dunford was always anti that. Was like, no, because you're not playing MCP. You're playing like a silly game, of non-MCP. And as the years have gone over, and I guess I've gotten better at the game and more competitive, I've started realizing, Pat's got a point. It's great. It's a lot of fun. Really fun. I love the best part. We always talk about this. The best part of these team events is the lead up, is the months and months and months you spend like building your team and making trades with your teammates and stuff like that. But yeah, we want it to be like the most competitive version of a team event. And I think the way you do that is no shared characters.
Because then there's an element of team building, which is fantastic, but at the same time, it is not diluted too much from what the basic game is anymore. So you're like you said, not playing a not MCP.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy with it, and with the diversity of factions now, I don't even think that, it's not hard to. It's not like it warps the game to have no repeated characters, because if with some clever maneuvering, it comes down to usually like 2 or 3 splashes that are hotly contested, and then it's kind of fun to see who gets them based on experimentation and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. And the more we go on, like the more variety and characters there are to choose from the game. Like I remember years ago, it'd be like, oh, which person got Baron's emo? But now you've got Echo's running around, and there's all kinds of different, like, there's other heavy hitters now,
Mm-hmm.
And there is still like the odd person that's like, I don't want to play teams because I can't possibly part from having Baron's emo, Black Cat, and all these people specifically in my roster.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's becoming less and less of a problem.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. The other exciting thing about this tournament was it's the first big one that happened post all the changes to the game. So, of course, all the character changes, but more importantly, the way priority roll works and the throw rules work, amongst other things.
Collision damage, yeah.
Yeah, collision damage, yeah. So I thought it's going to be really interesting to look at these stats from the point of view of, like, this is the new game of MCP. This is a very large data set to make some more serious conclusions about rather than the smaller, like, store one-dayers that have been happening.
Yeah, for sure. Do some quick maths. You're a doctor. 120 players, 7 rounds. How many games is that?
7 times 120. Oh my lord! No,
well, hold on. So 60 games around, right?
60 games around. Yes, you already failed.
420.
420 games.
420 games of MCP played.
That's amazing.
Look at that. And if you're really sweaty, you'll completely discount every single one of them because it's a teams format.
Yeah,
but we're not. We think this is pretty relevant. I also want to talk about the 7 games aspect. So I really pushed you on that. And you came around to it in the end, because my whole thing was like, you spend so long, like for an event like WTC, people know if they're going a year in advance, and some people know their teams. I do. I know who's on my team a year in advance most of the time. And I love it. It's the best part of the event, is because you're just all practicing, you're trying stuff out. Like ahead of WTC, Joe Mangi and like Connor Rooney were going to events playing really random stuff, and it's because they decided as a team they wanted to like test it out to see if it would work in the team format. I love it. But then you do that, you get there and you play like 4 games for Nations, or you play 5 games for WTC, and it just doesn't feel worth all the kind of like build up and hype. So I really wanted to push for 7 games, and I liked it, but it was definitely a lot.
Yes, and Sunday was very compressed. Lunch was compressed, and also people mentioned to me like on Saturday it was such a long day they didn't have enough time to socialize with people as much as they wanted. So this is one of the big questions I'm hoping to put into the survey is that kind of a thing. People want 5 games, 6 games, or 7 games over the course of the 2 days.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, socializing is a thing, and I mean, you'll know by the time we announce next January if I got my way, or if the feedback went a certain way. Let's push for 8. 8 games.
Yeah, 8 games.
No, I'm definitely joking about that. I live local too, and for me it was like too much. I was like, this is a lot. So I can't see us doing ever more than that. But it was great.
I will give us both kudos. Also, we should say right at the stop of this, our producer was not only producing the podcast, but she was a major producer of this event and was on site and helping run things. So everything we talk about when it comes to us, it includes her. So the 3 of us.
Absolutely. Well, team across the Bifrost, which actually also, we should talk about that. It was our first event, technically.
Yeah, as an ATB.
Even though you and I have probably run about 100 events over the years, like as across the Bifrost, it was our first one.
Yeah.
And then obviously, I suggested that we call it this probably last summer, and you said, no, it's a stupid idea, we shouldn't do that. I was like, I don't understand why. What's your beef with it? You didn't like the idea. You were really against it. And then,
I liked I thought we built a really nice brand that had a really cool a narrative aspect to it.
On the way up, the build up to this event, and then 3 or 4 months later, Norbert turns to me and goes, "You know what? Why don't we call the next event the Across the Bifrost Team Championship?" And I just said, "Yep, sure. That's a great idea, Norbert. Let's do that."
I don't remember it that way, but we could let you have that one.
Yeah, okay, cool. But anyway, this is the first of many. We're going to be running Across the Bifrost branded events because it's fun, and we're doing it all together anyway, and our producer is involved, and it's great.
Well, one of the nice things is actually, because we have the Discord server for ATB, it drove a lot of traffic there, and so people knew where to go to talk about the event, to find out about the event, to share stories about it, and so that I liked a lot, that because of the name recognition, people knew where to go to share info and experiences. So
and also,
that was cool.
We had our Team Finder channel, because there's nothing I hate more than people saying they won't go to a team event because they don't have a team.
Yeah.
So long story short,
I think we put two teams together that way.
I know the Thunderbolts happened because of that.
Yes, exactly.
Goose and Jay and a few others. I think Matthias, was it Matthias's team?
Matthias's team? Yeah. Oh, no. Yes, I think maybe. Yes. It's hard for me to remember now because some people drop last minute. And so I filled those people in too.
Basically, the Team Finder channel worked and some teams were formed because of it. And honestly, that was the highlight for me of the whole weekend, is just looking out, seeing them in their like matching shirts. Jay had a bucket hat.
Bucket hat. It was so good. I know.
It was so good.
It was so good. He looked great in it too. It was very funny.
It was awesome.
We want to mention the other person on that team was the Goose.
Yes,
Goose. Yeah. He has a blog. It's called PWNAO. I don't know why. Pawn.
That's a gamer thing.
Pawn.ao. .blogspot.com. He's done a after action report about his experiences joining that team out of basically nowhere, being not something that he does normally, and just how it all turned out to be a really wonderful experience. So
I'd say
that.
That's a really good blog to read if it's your first one, if you're not sure about team events, because this was Goose's first team event. And they use the Team Finder channel, and so super fresh, super green. So go get their opinion there.
Yeah. So people, we got 10 different countries coming to this one this time. England,
That's
of
crazy.
course. Yeah, I know. It's fantastic. And again, I think it's that time of year, which is great. England came, but of England, not only was it London, loads of people from above the Watford Gap came down.
That's based in another country.
Yeah. I mean, I think passport checks are involved when you do that.
Yeah.
2 Scottish teams came down as well. So I'm super grateful for the guys from up north coming down. I know it's not something they do typically, so it was really nice of them to see that
well,
support.
like we joke about, Northerners, coming down to London for our events. It's hard for us to convince them, but I spoke to some Scottish people about how much it cost them to get there and stay, and it was cheaper than the Northern people that I spoke to. So it's just sometimes that just happens. It's the logistics of like English trains. But if you listen to this from Europe, maybe even America, but especially from Europe, it's surprisingly cheap that time of year to travel.
Yeah,
and I think that's why we're going to stick to that area now.
Yeah, and we're so close to the airports and the connections are so good. People were astounded. The Irish guys who were newer to coming to this venue were like, this is crazy. We were here in like 45 minutes after landing. It was just nuts. And I was like, London's great for that.
Also, London is expensive, right? Super expensive, but there are cheap ways.
If you don't look, you got to look. You got to.
I would actually say come and chat to us because there are cheap ways to drink. If you kind of go to London and you just go to like the pubs and the brands that you recognize, that's where you're going to get London prices. But we're next to like a Lidl, and we're next to there's a Sainsbury's and there's a pound shop. Like there's ways to do it cheaply. You don't have
Wetherspoons upstairs is
Oh my
cheap.
God, Wetherspoons. Oh my God, you're so right. Yeah, Wetherspoons. You can get a pint for £2.50.
Yeah.
So yeah, like
yeah. So, so those were all the people from the UK, but we had 2 Irish teams, we had 2 Belgian teams, we had 2 Swedish teams, I should say 1 Swedish team, I think, right? And then 1 was Swedish, but had 2 people from New Jersey who came along.
That's crazy.
No, Toast and Art Zero Cool came along to join that team, and which was thrilling. I mean, just so cool.
Yeah, it was great. I played Zero Cool, and I was so nervous. Don't know why. It just felt prestigious. It felt prestigious to be playing like an American.
We had a Polish team there. We had a Dutch team. We had a guy from Austria come along as well. Good old JJ fill in on spot. So and one guy who is on the Polish team but comes from Norway. So that's how I came up with the 10 different countries in attendance. So maybe we'll see more people come in the future. I mean, from different countries. That would be amazing.
That'd be really cool. Yeah, it had WTC-esque vibes.
Yes,
for that.
Agreed.
It's just there was a huge English portion there, but yeah. But then again, a lot of people that don't want to go to WTC or can't make it, can't afford it, wrong time of year, they're at this event, So maybe we've carved out our own little, group of people.
I'm super pleased also that we stuck to time despite the dense days.
Somehow.
Just, but yes, we stuck to time. A lot of people who were not the sweaty class were using chess clocks for the first time, and the ones I spoke to, I specifically asked about it, and they said, no, it turned out to be not a problem. I think their opponents probably helped them flip the clock, to get used to getting the habit of it. But after you get into the habit, it was really no stress.
All you need to do, right, here's my top tip. I've been telling people for years, and they all say it really helps. It helps me. I still do it now, is put your activated tokens next to the clock. And then when your turn's over, you have to reach towards the clock, and your brain will see the clock, and you'll remember, oh yeah, when I pick up that tick, I have to press that button. And then that's basically 90% of the work done for you. And then if you put your tactics cards next to it, whenever you pause to think, then you remember, you're like, oh, I'll pause it while I'm thinking. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's super simple after that. And then 45 minutes each is really generous. Yeah,
it's fine. It's fine. I don't think it was a problem. Some people did run on clock. As a matter of fact, well, I'm going to leave that. I don't want to spoil it. But I think it was fine. So, so the point is, it's multivariate, it's large, it's pro-friendly, but it's also beginner-friendly. Make plans to come to the next one.
Yeah, there are a lot of calls for our pod system, which I'm gonna call the official Curtis Hodgson the Podge system. Oh, the Podge system. Anyway, our friend Curtis Hodgson came up with this system. From another, I think it was from Middle Earth. Where basically, long story short, we talked. Actually, I'm not going to explain it here. We've talked about it on other.
Yeah, we talked about it before. Yeah.
But we started using it at our events, and people really like it. And then people were sad to not have it at this one. The reason we didn't is because trying to put people into pods already takes like an hour. You know, maybe more. It's a lot of admin. It's very easy to mess up. Doing it with teams felt like astronomically hard, so we didn't want to do that. But enough people mentioned it that we will consider it for next year. But now other events are adopting it. And we've stopped being credited for it, which now means that it's officially a thing. It's a thing that's out there and it isn't ours anymore.
That's so funny.
So yeah.
All right. So quick recap on the factions that you're going to see. I'm going to talk about the ones that are notorious. So let's say 7 players or more out of the 100 20. That list starting at 7 defenders, 7 shield, 7 Wakanda, and 7 guardians. So I think those are all names that, defenders and shield I think are newcomers to the big leagues, if you will. But Wakanda and guardians have been there for some time, so not too terribly surprising. And I don't think people are surprised by shield and defenders getting with their glow ups now suddenly becoming more popular.
Yeah, guardians being that high is interesting, I think, because nothing's changed for them yet. Right, they're about to get a box, which will change a lot of things. I'm sure we'll see a lot more of them. But I think that might be a sign that, well, obviously Guardians are great. They're in a good spot. They're fine. They're a fine, fair, good, powerful faction. But I think they're quite teams friendly, right? If you think about a Guardians roster, it's mostly affiliated, right? Not many splashes, so I guess they're quite good in teams.
Okay. Then at 8 players each, this is exciting. So for 2 reasons. So the people are Dark Dimension, Dormammu, and Inhumans. And what I think is interesting there is Dark Dimension is suddenly on the map, and Inhumans actually dropped. Because they're still quite good, but they are not like number 1 or 2 on this list anymore.
Yeah, that is interesting. I think Inhumans have that thing where their characters are so strong, like Gorgon, even maybe in Black Bolt, to be fair. Lockjaw shows up in other places. Like you can put Lockjaw in Dormammu quite easily. Some people play Lockjaw in Brotherhood. That maybe they're a team that are on the chopping block, when it comes to teams. Be like, no, actually, let's just spread the love around everyone,
but how do you justify for Dormammu? Because that was how do they play in a team tournament when they want all good stuff characters?
Yeah, true. I mean, it depends on the list, right? Because you can easily make a Dormammu list with all the best characters in the game, which really hurts the rest of your team. But then you can also, our Dormammu player kind of just mopped up what was left over. And still had a pretty good team because, everyone's affiliated.
Yeah.
And 90% of characters in MCP are just really turned on by having an extra power, right?
Right.
So I think it's quite flexible.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I can see it.
So you're
see
saying
why they're mid-table.
You could take second tier, or even rather than S tier, you take the A tier characters and glow them up with his leadership, and so they suddenly become S tier again.
I think so. Yeah. I think so. I mean, that's the thing with Dormammu, right? Is you're paying 8 threat to add 0.5 threat to all your characters.
Yeah,
and it's not hard to find characters that become 3.5 threats with an extra power.
Yeah.
Right? Like Weapon X. Who the hell wants to splash Weapon X? Dormammu wants to splash Weapon X. For sure,
Yes.
Sure, you might not get Zemo, but you'll get Echo. If you don't get Echo, you get X-23. There's a lot of flex, I think.
I missed one actually at 8 players, which was Cabal, which does not surprise me because I think that is a fun affiliation to play these days and strong, but maybe not as consistent as the top players want, and so that's why it's not top tier.
Yeah, I mean, we had Pat talking about his Cabal win. They sounded great in the current meta.
Oh yeah, so it sounds like a lot of fun regardless.
Yeah, it actually does, yeah. A lot of fun. One thing to mention, actually, the way these stats, I've just realized. So our team had a Dormammu and Inhumans player. Yeah. Dormammu is now splashable, right?
Yeah.
And I know that Ollie was playing Dormammu Shield. So actually, maybe Dormammu's numbers are inflated a little bit because he's a very good, dual affiliation.
Right. Okay. Fair. Yep. Yeah. Good to point out. Okay. Moving up to the bigger leagues then. At 11 players was Midnight Suns. Are they back, Jamie?
Did they ever go anywhere?
Well, I think so. Remember, it was said they were hot at the beginning of last year and then just disappeared, it seemed like.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I think they're still great, right? Immortal Hulk is still the thing I'm most scared of in this game. And, Man-Thing is incredible. And Cantu is great. And all those spooky boys are just great,
Yeah, I agree.
Healthy.
Yeah. 12 players with Criminal Syndicate. That doesn't surprise me at all, especially with Echo now in the picture. That place, they didn't lose anything and they've just gained her, so that's good. Now, this is where it gets interesting. The Bloody Avengers still at it, 13 players.
Oh, they are the good guys, though, aren't they? Yeah. They're the main good guys.
I mean, is it all? We have to look at the stats later, but I wonder which leadership is running
I would
still.
put money on it being Steve 1.
Yeah,
but I did play against a very scary Steve 3 list, and I doubt Sam is the leader. He's definitely in all lists. Sam Captain America is incredible, but I don't know if he's the leader these days.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think so. All right, we'll take a look. I missed one at 12 players, which was Web Warriors, and I did want to talk about this because I think they leapt up. They had the second most number of games, so they were definitely hugely popular at the event. But I think that's got to be driven by the new leadership and the new characters that got added to their faction.
Yeah, 100%. They've got new box syndrome, right? Where everyone's playing them at the moment. It's the previous biggest release. I think webs are great. All the cool content creators are telling us that the Spider-Verse leadership is broken.
Yeah,
I don't buy it. I think Miles 1 is still the guy, but yeah, they're great. They're in a good spot. Mostly affiliated, right? I think it's just a question of do they get Wong? That's kind of it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So good for teams.
And then at the top spot at 40 players, of course, is Apocalypse.
Yes.
Servants of Apocalypse.
Also, if you're listening to this after listening to my 50 Games with Every Mutant affiliation episode, I lined it up perfectly. So did our local Apocalypse player, Joel. We both lined it up perfectly. When he found out what I was doing, he did the same thing. And basically, the 7 games that we played over the weekend were our final 7 games to 50 games with Apocalypse.
Hey, you got the badge.
That was very fun. I did it.
Amazing.
My last opponent, I said, hey, you're my 50th my 50th game. After this, I won't be playing Apocalypse anymore. And he said, yeah, you better not. He was like,
is that right?
He's like, I'll make sure you don't play him ever again.
Are you putting him down? I thought you were really digging him.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
I think if I had to go to a tournament next week and I wanted to win, I would still pick him up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably a whole episode in itself. I don't know. There's a lot of you pay the social tax when you play Apocalypse. Like, you get a lot of dirty looks and comments. One of our team we got paired into a team, and I said, I think I'd never met any of them before. And I said, I think you 5 guys might be the best looking MCP team I've ever seen. They're all just really good-looking young guys. Yeah. And we were having a really nice chat about that. And then one of their friends came over and went, oh, these guys are one of those scumbags that are playing Apocalypse. And I was like, what the hell, man? Just caught a stray bullet. We were having a really nice chat here.
Oh, man, that stinks.
Yeah. But you were there, bumping up the numbers. You were playing Apocalypse.
I was, yes. And we'll talk about our games in a moment. Should we talk about stats? Should we get into the stats?
More stats.
Maybe producer H can throw in a little stats music.
Okay,
we like
stats music,
stats. All the stats. We got stats.
I'm a stat man. I'm hearing that.
That's perfect.
Maybe we can commission that.
You have to help me. I don't know where these stats are. You always find
I don't know what stats you're looking for.
Like how many, like the game that we play on the way home from events.
Oh,
things
that.
Like that.
Oh, you want to do that? Okay, well, let me do it then. I'll be quizmaster.
Okay. All right, thanks.
Yeah, okay. You buy me 20 seconds.
Okay.
That's dead air. You're supposed to say something. Give me a hot take.
Hot take. I wasn't that salty at the event. How do you like that? And
yeah, you had a big T-shirt on that said salty. I gave you your Christmas present. There was a pint glass that said salty on it. Maybe that's why. Maybe the branding needs to be harder, and then you don't get so salty in the games.
I was so out of practice with MCP because of life events that I was putting so poorly in the first match. As I said to myself, there's no point in being salty. This is just like go for the ride.
You're playing Apocalypse as well, so there's an element of like you're playing yourself. Because it's so complicated. It's so hard.
I was so focused on what's going on that I couldn't even worry about it. Although, okay, he still throws a lot of dice and nothing happens. And I swear it's me. But you tell me that my luck can't be any worse than anybody else's luck. I keep telling myself that. Well, you told me that day.
Yeah, it's impossible for your luck to be that bad. But I mean, we'll get into it in my games. I learned something about luck in my games, let me tell you.
Was there some salt? Did salt go your way?
Yeah, there was a little bit of salt, yeah. I tried to be friendly, but I was tested this weekend. Anyway, okay, here's the quiz. There were 5 affiliations, probably not the most interesting question. 5 affiliations were not used, not represented.
Okay. Soren revealed that one. So I skipped over that bit.
Cool. Well, for the listeners then, we've got Black Order, New Mutants, Weapon X, X-Force, and Mighty Avengers, which doesn't count because they weren't legal, technically.
But X-Force is a little surprising out of all of those.
That is a shame.
Little.
That is a shame. Yeah, there were a lot of Cyclops X-Men players, so they were probably doing the X-Force job.
Right. Okay, cool. No, I want win rates. People, we want the sweaties out there want the stats. Give us the like what's
Win
broken,
rates.
what's fixed. You know how it is. They need to know what can we complain about next.
What do we complain about? Yeah.
Okay. Give us something to complain about.
All right. Well, I found those stats. Firstly, though, who was the most brought character?
Oh dear! I mean, surely it's
I've
our
screamed
friend.
about this character before on the podcast.
It's surely Baron Zemo. No.
No.
Oh.
One team didn't take Baron Zemo.
Wow! What heroes? Is it? Oh, I'm looking at it now. Black Cat.
It's Black Cat. Yeah. There you go. Anyway,
Yeah.
right. So win rates. One affiliation had 100% win rate with 2 games. That was Asgard. And that was
Yay.
Grant Wills on Throwing Dice Pod, the team, by the way,
Yay.
which I finally managed to convince the Gillingham guys, the Gillingham meta, to send a team up, and they did extremely well and came like 7th, I think. And they did not like so well, and knocked out one of the favourites in round 1. So yeah, good on them. But yes, that has God. But the real stats. So 52 games were played with Inhumans.
Yeah.
And they got a 77% win rate.
Oh dear.
Which is huge.
Oh no. Oh no. But Terragenesis, everyone's having a little PTSD.
It even the Inhuman stuff even seeped into our pairing process. We had a pairing process, and people were asking us who has civilians, so they knew who to pair out of.
Sure.
It was pretty. Anyway, there you go, 77%. The Thralls of Dracula did well with 7 games. I guess we're just looking at the big game numbers, right?
Yeah. No.
So Hydra with 20 games, 70% win rate.
Yeah, that's amazing. But that's
very good.
Nikki is a savant at a Hydra, and he, in fact, is one of the 7-0 people, and so you'll be hearing from him if you're a Patreon very soon. I'm working that out. Well, look at this, though. Baron Strucker played 11 times, Red Skull 9 times. Yeah, Baron Strucker had a 45% win rate. Red Skull had a 100% win rate. Oh, wow. So take that for what you will, but there's something going on there in Hydra. Apparently the cards are really good, the tactics cards.
Yeah, there was... I gave someone like a spot prize because they came up to me all excited and said, I just assembled the Deadly Legacy virus and got the High Council off. Was it the High Council? No, World Domination. What's that crazy Hydra card?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. It was some like Rube Goldberg machine where they got everything to work. And I was like, wow.
Yes, that guy. Yeah, he was there just to do that, and he managed to pull it off, so he was very happy.
I gave him some Hydra tokens. So there you go.
Good for him.
That's cool. And also, by the way, playing 50 games of Apocalypse, I've learned that one of the biggest counters is Strucker Hydra.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine that.
If you're complaining about Apocalypse, try out Hydra.
For all the conditions APOC puts out, his team does not like having conditions put on them at all.
Not at all. No, not at all.
Right, next one up.
A-Force.
64% win rate at 25 games. Good old She-Hulk on the rise. And she's going to get some new characters soon in a box.
Yeah. New lease of life there, and there's a new She-Hulk coming as well, which is cool. So
64% though. I mean, that's way over 55%, and a decent number of games, 25.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my experience of A-Force players is they really know what they're doing. It's a bit of an underplayed affiliation, so I think I'm always scared when an A-Force player shows up because I'm like, oh, they might know something I don't. Just the special delivery stuff alone, is like, oh my god, I've been triple tapped round 1. What the hell?
Yeah.
So there's some
with
good
Lady
players
Jane in the picture, it's really bad.
Yeah. Scary
Okay.
stuff.
Dark Dimension, 25 games again, 64% win rate. This is crazy. What is going on?
Now is the time to play Dormammu. If dust him off. If you've had him since release, he released the week of my first Bad Moon event.
Oh, no kidding.
I showed up and it was you. And I was too scared to come talk to you.
Okay.
Because you were famous.
Oh.
And you were unboxing your Dormammu. You were like, it came, we're playing Dormammu. So he's been around for a long time. People have had him, but he's quite hard to play. Now is the time to play him. He is so good, and he has the best accompaniment that any 8 threat leader could need, which is a lot of broken 3 threats are around right now. Play Dormammu plus Gorgon, Zemo, and Echo, and you will have a fantastic time. He's very good right now.
We insisted all the lists be put into coded format for this event, so you'll be able to find everybody's rosters if you look at this event. By the way, the code number is on Longshanks is 26921. If you want to follow along.
Oh, there you go. Longshanks.org/event/26921.
1.
Wow. Didn't they do that?
9 to 1. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Next up is at 62% win rate, 94 games is Servants of Apocalypse. APOC.
Yes. And Sabana himself.
Yeah, that's, he's up there. But I mean, considering the other win rates, so remember, everybody that we said above this, except for Asgard, okay, they only had 2 games, and Thralls at 7 games. The rest had a decent number of games and had higher win rates than him. But this is crazy. But this is, not news, so to speak. So I'm going to move on.
Well, hold on. Sorry. All right. Yeah. So I haven't spoken much about Apocalypse since I got my 50 games. I've not been near a mic, Norbert. All right. So I've been on Discord. It doesn't give me the same hit. Giving my hot takes on Discord. So I'm giving my hot takes on here where people can't reply to me. Servants of Apocalypse are definitely very, very strong and, probably needs to be addressed. That's fine. But I do think that they display the player ability much more than another affiliation we've seen. Yeah. I spoke to someone else that was there. They'll be the first to tell you they're a lot more casual. They like to play fully affiliated, and they've done their 50 games with Apocalypse and got a 50-50 win rate. And then you've got the Pat Dumfords who have like a 99% win rate on Apocalypse. Although maybe after this event might be a bit lower. There, Pat. Might be like 95% win rate. But yeah, I think they're definitely not like unstoppable. And I got battered in some games this event. And I think that in this format as well, people knew coming to this event that everyone would have an Apocalypse player, and there was a lot of counters around. Our team was made up of, for the pairings, our team was made up of me playing Apocalypse, Finley playing Webs, and then Tom, Mike, and Charlie all on anti-Apocalypse lists.
Oh, nice.
Every single one of them was built to counter Apocalypse. So there's a lot of counters out there for Apocalypse. He's not that the big boogeyman that can't be stopped, but definitely is very strong.
Right. Agreed. All agreed with that. Next up, 39 games, 62% win rate. So same win rate as Apocalypse was Shield.
Yeah, very cool. Well, is that cool? What do you feel about Shield? How do you feel about Shield?
Well, they have incredible tactics cards. Nick Fury just got a crazy glow up, but I'm looking at his stats. Only 4 times Nick Fury got played, and lost 3 of those games. Essentially.
Oh God! Oh, that's interesting. I wouldn't have spotted that. I'm glad you expanded that. Yeah, because so this is double bubble Namor. Yeah, right. This is Namor plus Zemo, with all the rerolling skulls. That's what this is.
Namor got a 66% win rate with 35 games. So yeah, he's high. Yeah, Shield is good. Shield has definitely got a glow up with this the game changes.
Yeah, and your opponent will constantly be surprised at how good Shield tactics cards are.
Yup.
Very
Absolutely. Next up, at 25 games, so a little bit lower, but not too bad. Still, 60% win rate. Brotherhood of Mutants. What?
Expand that one though, Norbert.
Yeah.
Click that leader button.
Mystique winning 11 games, losing 5, or a 69% win rate.
Well done, Mystique.
Magneto going 4 wins, 5 losses, 44%. So essentially 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah. So still all about the Mystique.
Yeah. Mystique's the way.
Yeah. 69% win rate. Although it's a little low skew, but still quite, if she got more games in, and that number might change still, but still Mystique. And at 53% with 45 games, Wakanda, all M'Baku. Everybody playing M'Baku.
Yeah, there we go. And word on the street is, if people, it's probably safe to assume that Apocalypse and Inhumans will get a little nerf tap at some point. Word on the street is Wakanda will be the new thing. Because apparently those 2 teams make Wakanda quite sad. So if they start, going down a little bit, Wakanda are going to rise up. So yeah, one to watch. That's what they say, right? In sports.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the top 10. Jamie, what do you think? I see these. What strikes me is just how skewed these percentage numbers are over the idealized 55% win rate that the community always is looking for. That seems like a lot above that 55% win rate. Do you agree? And what do you make of that?
I agree. I think you got to remember it's a team format. So
are you leaning back on that nonsense? Come on. We've made our disclaimers.
I just know that AMG listen to this, and I know that they think I'm too hyperbolic with my takes. So I think that there's something there, because there's an element of bussing, right? Like in pairings, you might be like, oh, Inhumans are so broken, we're just going to bus you, right?
Right.
And I spoke to loads of people that were like, my job here is to play Inhumans in Apocalypse all weekend, and I'm going to lose every game. but they do that so the rest of their team can win their rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you need to take all these with a pinch of salt. But it's no surprise, right, that Inhumans and Apocalypse are that high up. So yeah, I think these are probably, let's say they're like 5 to 7% inflated because of the teams format.
Okay, all right.
But that's still way over the curve, right?
Yeah. Okay. There's some fairness to that, but I guess it shows you that, okay, I'm going to toss out Thralls and Asgard. So there's 8 teams that more or less were in the same OP ballpark. And that's in some senses a little bad because there's a lot of OP there, but on the other hand, it's 8 different factions that are doing it as opposed to like 2. So
100%. Yeah. Well, what I really liked is the Eurovision 1 contest recently is like an online TTS tournament. And they banned Apocalypse and Black Bolt. And the winners this was great, right? It was like the final 8 was like 8 different affiliations.
Yep.
So I think the game's in a very, very healthy state right now. I think the current crisis rotation is phenomenal, personally. I love it. I think we're in such a good place. And there are those outliers, yes. But, I mentioned it in my 50 games episode. When I was playing affiliations that went like 2 and 2, I didn't play Inhumans for like 6 months, or Apocalypse. And there's loads of really strong, scary stuff out there, right? Some of the hardest games I've had on my Apocalypse run have been against Dormammu. I never would have said that 6 months ago.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think the game's in a really good spot, with just a couple big outliers.
Totally. And these numbers, I just wonder, I'm trying to put it in perspective of the new way the game is being played and how much of that factored into it. Is this just because everything's so new, people are getting, rolled over by not knowing what's going on, basically, or is this like going to bed in as like the new overpowered factions? That's the question.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at then the rest of the list is just going to be notable ones that are lower than 45%. Midnight Suns came in at 46% with 69 games, so respectable. And nobody, they weren't blowing up the scene before, even though they were very popular. Yeah. So this doesn't surprise me.
Not a single Elsa Bloodstone game.
No Elsa. It's all Blade. Yeah. Well, no,
surprising.
Not to me.
Is it surprising? Yeah.
No.
You're right.
Spider Foes, 22 games, 45%. Most of those were Green Goblin, although a few Doc Ocks in there. Who lost mostly, so don't play Doc Ock, apparently. Guardians of the Galaxy at 45% win rate. X-Men at 43%. Look at this. This is interesting. So 1 Storm game, 9 Professor X games, 25 Cyclops games. The 25 Cyclops games, only 40% win rate, sadly.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah, still, people want them to work. They want them to work.
Yeah, I had some people ask me over the weekend, like, why do you think, people are playing Cyclops instead of Storm? I don't know the answer. Like, I think, so here's something for you. Here's some stats for you. Yeah. My win rate on Storm is identical to my win rate on Apocalypse.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm an okay Apocalypse player. I think I won like 42 of my 50 games. And I don't understand. I think Storm's incredible. I think maybe people are bored. Maybe people don't like that style of play. It hasn't changed for years, right? It's just been the same style of play for years. I think that might be it. So I don't think they're taking Cyclops because it's better than Storm. I think they just want to play Cyclops. And if you're someone that just likes to roll dice and likes the X-Men, it's a really fun way to play, right? Because it's 1 in 3 games that leadership is going to really work, and you're going to have a great time. It's just the rest of the time you don't.
Criminal Syndicate, also surprising. 69 games, 41% win rate only. And when you blow it up, Kingpin had a 48% win rate with 52 games. Shadowland Daredevil was played 17 times and lost most of his games. He only had 18% win rate.
That's surprising.
Yeah, Shadowlands is another one. People want him to work, and like the whole idea of him, but it doesn't seem to pay out on the table. Yeah,
maybe Echo can change that though, right? But
Echo most certainly was in these people's list. There's no doubt in my mind that they got it. And I mean, Kingpin's at 48, so that means respectable. It's normal. Let's say it's just normal.
Yeah.
But Daredevil continues to lag for some reason. So
weird.
Yeah, it's a shame. Web Warriors though, let's talk because they did not do well. 84 games, big stat of games. Only a 40% win rate. Miles Morales, 38 games at 42%. Peter Parker, so was that ASM?
That's ASM, yeah.
Yeah, they played him 12 times for 42% rate. And then Web of the Spider-Verse, which is the new leadership, 34 games, so more or less the same as Miles, 38% win rate. So a little bit less, but not terribly far from Miles. But overall, they just are not doing well as a faction. 40%.
Yeah, weird. Here's some hot takes, right, that might get me in trouble.
All right.
I called this as soon as we saw that Spider-Verse leadership, I called this. So I think that the Miles Morales, which by the way is my next 50 games, I'm currently playing Miles Morales 1 Web Warriors.
Okay.
It's my first non-mutant one to try. I think Miles Morales is so good, and that package is basically perfect. It's the closest thing you have to perfect in MCP. You know, you take all the 3 threats under an amazing leadership, all playing the same game plan. It's great. I'm very surprised it got 42% win rate, but I think teams like Inhumans and Apocalypse are very anti-Web Warriors because they're giving out conditions, they're good at chasing. Inhumans play extracts better than Webs do. Webs don't have much health, so Terragenesis works even better on them. So I think that's a big impact there. But I think the Web of the Spider-Verse, this is what I called, I think that's like an attrition-y Webs thing, and people are buying all the new models and being really excited. Yeah. I'm going to play this new thing. And then you've got content creators in the MCP world saying that leadership is busted and, you know, you can do all these crazy things, which you can. You could do amazing things with that leadership, don't get me wrong. But I think that it's bringing all these players to Web Warriors that are then like, oh, cool, I can play fighty Webs now. And yes, you can, but they're probably like the 12th best fighty team in the game, whereas they are one of the best Crisis teams in the game. So my prediction a while ago was that the games will go up, we'll see Webs everywhere, but their win rate will go down because people are playing fighty Webs, and they're entering a world that Webs aren't great at. But very fun, extremely fun. And I'm glad people are playing them. They're really cool models.
Yeah, I feel also like once some people, like really deep thinkers, get their games in on Web of the Spider-Verse, that might change at least.
You think?
Yeah, I think so. Because that leadership is so complex. Simply read, but complex to execute on, that you need some skill and repetition.
You need some skill and some luck with the skulls. You need to get the right skulls at the right time. Yeah, and also so quickly on Web Warriors, big thing in team events, there was a lot of debate last year about Web Warriors, if you should have a Webs player on the team, because they have all these like best in class 3 threats. They might be better off just not existing, and you split that quality across all the other teams. And that was an interesting take, and I was always a big fan of putting all the eggs in one basket and having an incredible Web Warriors player. We've had Finley for the last year, and he's done exceptionally well, probably our best player on our team. But I think we're seeing a lot more Web players at this event because of the Spider-Verse stuff, because they'll probably be like, oh, actually, I'm planning on playing Spider-Verse, so you can take Black Cat and Spectacular, and I'm going to take ASM and use his leadership with Ultimate Miles and Silk. You know, so I think they're a bit more flexible now in the teams format, which is great because I love seeing Webs on the table. I think they're very thematically designed, so that's good to see.
Cool. Another one that's surprising at 73 games and 40% win rate is the Avengers. Show how popular they were in terms of people taking them, but they didn't pay off. Let's take a look at the numbers. Sam Wilson, 19 games, 63% win rate. Hey, DeLuca will be happy about that.
I said there'd be no Sam Wilson. I was wrong.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. 21 games with the first Avenger, Steve. At 40%, he was not so good. And look at this. Steve Rogers won, I guess, right?
Yeah.
33 games, 27% win rate.
What? That's huge. What the hell?
Wow.
I would have considered him one of the big 4 right now. Right?
Big 4 losers.
Tell you that, America. Yeah, no, I would have thought that, because you got, like I said, same reason for Dormammu, right? You just take all these 3 threats that love an extra power and they go crazy. Like Echo under Steve 1 is nuts. Gorgon is nuts. Shang-Chi, one of the best characters in the game. I'm very surprised that is that low.
Yeah, right.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. Maybe outclassed because they're just too straightforward somehow. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if anyone else. So our Mike was our Steve Rogers player, and he was my number 1 Apocalypse counter pick because he takes Hawkeye, gives out Shock and Slow, which Apocalypse hates, and then he charges the rest of the Horsemen. Yeah. I don't know if other people got that and then maybe put them into Apocalypse.
Yep.
And then that affects it, right? So I don't know. Yeah, we are not sweaty enough to know, Norbert.
No,
but that is a shame. That is a surprising shame.
Even worse off was Cabal, 48 games, playing at only 36% win rate.
Yeah. Can I just have a tiny moment just to celebrate? Get in the bin, Cabal. You plagued us. You plagued us for so long with Thanos. Get in the bin. But no, it is a shame to see him this low down.
Yeah, even Master of the World, Red Skull 3, which I would expect is the oh my God! All right, sorry.
You've just seen this. You've just seen this.
So the other, yeah. Okay. Right.
We were both stunned by what we're about to say.
Okay. The acknowledged the good leader is Red Skull 3, Master of the World. He played 33 games, the most, and had only a 38% win rate. However, above him is good old Sin. Sin, only 4 games, but won every one of those games.
Yes! The Sin Cabal era has begun. 100% win rate. 4 games.
I've been saying that people have been sleeping on Sin for the longest time, man.
Oh my God. Sin.
Oh my God, what is going on?
What's happened? Has something changed? Do we not know something?
It's down in the clammy tables of this event, man. Sin is like roaming around and just like she's predatoring. She's like a predator on all the sweaty, on all the clammy players down there or something. I don't know.
I need to. Can we analyze this? I want to see who's doing this. Who's this?
Okay, can I? Let's see.
I don't know how this works.
I'll hit the button now.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, maybe it does say this. Your leaders don't. Is this? Yeah. Okay.
Good dead air here. This is.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking at. I've never gone this deep in. I guess it's just showing you. It doesn't show you by leader. It just shows you how much Cabal won. We'd need to find out which who played those games and what their opponents were.
Please, if you're playing Sin Cabal, we need to know. I hope it's one person who just won 4 games with her. That's great.
That is outstanding. I definitely want to know about that more.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I've pressed buttons I've not pressed before on Longshanks. You can analyze all this stuff. So I was looking at Avengers. You can see what the Avengers win rate was versus Apocalypse. See if I was right. And it was completely 50-50. So I wasn't right or wrong. So whatever. But so that's interesting. If you want to go into these stats, you get access to more stats if you're a Longshank subscriber as well. So if you like all this stuff, you can subscribe and get extra buttons.
Mm. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna have to now dig out to see where those Sin games were against.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, the other maybe I think this is the last one I'm going to point out with a 25 games, so respectable but not high. Win rate of only 36% were the Mighty Defenders. Doctor Strange.
That is very surprising. Very surprising. I'm super scared of Defenders these days.
Me too.
But maybe that's because I'm playing Apocalypse and I just keep getting activated. And that's
right, or moved around a lot.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
They got a lot of tools.
A lot of tools, but maybe people don't know how to use them. Maybe they're not good on the crises right now. I don't know. But
yeah, I would say, my take is that this isn't indicative of where Defenders are at right now. I think they're actually in a good spot.
Agreed.
And maybe this was just unlucky, you know?
Yeah.
It's only 25 games, so it's not that much to look at.
Oh, you say that, but that's because you've been blessed with a wealth of riches. 25 games is a lot in other people's meta.
Oh, true. Yeah, good point. Yeah.
It seems like low comparative to like the 100 games that like are APOC or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, you're right,
94 games, but that's a lot of games.
Yeah. Consider me humbled.
Okay. Crises. This is in a big jumbled order, isn't it?
I've already taken a glance at this.
Thank you.
So the most played extract. This was a question in our pub quiz on Saturday.
Oh, Dan did such a good job. Thank you, Dan, for running the pub quiz on Saturday night. Everybody had a great time.
Really cool. Yeah, it not only had questions about MCP in general. It had questions about like the event that we had just played in.
Yeah.
It was so good. Great. Loved it. So the most played extract was Scrolls.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
That doesn't surprise me. But I think the second most I'm looking at is Montesi formula, which is surprising. Only because it's not surprising insofar as I understand why. But it wasn't a popular crisis for the longest time. And now look at it, second place.
Why do you think that is?
It's because people want to be able to do a safe grab and not a safe grab, but have an odd number of things that if they get the priority roll, they can kind of take advantage of that. Also, one of them is a safe one, and there's only one on the midline, which is the dangerous one. So I think it's something to become more important because of its shape. It's E shape.
Yeah, for sure. I think with teams like Apocalypse running around as well. If you get prio, great. Toad's going to go grab the middle one. If you don't get prio, Apocalypse is going to kill whoever gets the middle one.
Right, exactly.
So it's good for that too. Yeah.
The third one at 48 is Inhumans deploy advanced weapon rate, which is essentially the same shape as Skrulls, which is why I think that gets taken. Although I would have taken that more than Skrulls. I thought that order should be reversed because Skrulls has that negativity when you pick it up, whereas Inhumans weaponry doesn't have any negativity when you pick it up.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they are slightly different shapes. I think that Skrulls favors Crisis teams a little bit because they can. I know X-Men can safe grab your opponent's Skrull, and that's pretty backbreaking.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
And there's 4 on the board, and like Inhumans, there's 4 on the board, but they're all on the midline.
They're all dangerous.
You're getting charged down, by Steve 1, by Dormammu. Everyone that's Inhumans, everyone who can charge round 1 right now is just taking advantage of that Inhumans extract. So
yeah,
stick to them.
Least taken at 9 is the new one. Jailbreak leads to mass mutant escape.
Look at that.
Did you play into that one?
I've played that once.
Yeah,
and kept getting it wrong. So
me too. Yeah, it was a little weird actually. It's interesting, that one. We can talk about that later. Yeah. Okay, Secures. Tell me, who is the most popular Secure?
Number 1 Secure is everyone's favorite Infinity Formula.
Yeah, core box favorite.
Love it. It's just good for everyone. Everyone's having a fun time. It's like the hammers of Secures. You just go, I love extra power. And you forget the fact that your opponent also loves extra power.
Yeah.
Well, I love extra power more. And so that was cool. Riots is up there. Second.
You played a lot of Riots this weekend, and I wasn't that thrilled about it. I was like, okay, but it was getting a little boring. Somehow it kept coming up for some reason.
Yeah, I like Riots, but that's because I like running away. So
yeah, sure.
Yeah. And then third most taken. Yeah. Macron. Yeah, I played so much Macron. I had some bad games this weekend, and I think I realized it's because I'm on Macron. Whenever I was on a Secure that was spread out and I could run away, I won. So I think, don't say that as an Apocalypse stat. That's a Jamie stat. I'm bad on close crises.
Yeah. Mayor Fisk was the least taken, which surprises me a little bit. I thought some teams kind of tech for it, but maybe it was because the new system, the new choosing crisis system, maybe people just, I definitely tossed it out when it came up for me,
It's quite punishing. It's quite punishing, that.
Yeah. So, okay, priority. So there's 2 different roles now. The first priority is about choosing crises and table edge. The second one is about who goes first. So the first one, the win rate for people with priority was 49%, without 51%.
That's very good.
Very
healthy.
Good.
Me and Pat and I were scared in our first event post the change because it was very skewed one way. But there you go. Official 420 games. It's basically 50-50. So that's very good. Very healthy.
That's amazing. I mean, because people don't think it's fair right now. A lot of people I've talked to anyway. So it seems fair.
let's get onto that.
Especially because the one, if you really were looking at it, which you shouldn't, 51%, that better one, is the one without priority, which is what people say is like too weak now.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. Second priority, which is who goes first. The person who goes first won 53% of the time, second 47%. So people smart enough to kind of set up for doing a safe grab of some kind, or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that means. Maybe I think the stats are probably too close for us to care.
Yeah, it is quite close. So
I think 55% is like the amount you're okay with. So it's within that window. So yeah, I think it's fine.
I think so too.
It's a coin toss. Yeah,
I wouldn't read into it.
No, I'd be very scared if that was like 70-30.
But I can tell you though, I do definitely set up for being, whether I'm first or second turn, that I have something to do.
Yeah,
now,
that's smart. It's the way to play.
Yeah, but which isn't always the best thing, right? I'm compromising, essentially, is what I'm saying. But I feel like I need to be ready for both.
Yeah, for sure. I think you're rewarded for that. Yeah, for sure. My favorite joke though, you know how there's this joke in MCP where the 2 crises have the same threat level.
Right.
And then you go, oh, which threat do you want to pick? And they go, ooh, good question. I think I'll go with 18. And that's a joke that never gets old, right?
Right.
It never gets timeless. For years we've been telling that joke, and no one finds that not funny anymore. Yeah. I've got a new one. I've got a new joke for you, which I hope will be as timeless. Okay. When we roll prio, we deploy our models, and then I ask my opponent, do we handshake now or do we roll prio again? when is the handshake phase? And every opponent has a different answer.
Oh, that's a good question.
Right?
I actually, that did cross my mind over the course of the weekend, and I flip-flopped on it when it came to doing it. Yes.
Yeah. It feels weird because I think like whenever I shake my opponent's hand, I'll say good luck. Like I'm wishing them good luck. And then to immediately roll a luck-based roll, I don't like that. It feels weird. You know?
Agreed.
I would like, me personally, would like to roll first and then shake. You know?
Yeah. Has the game actually started or not? Yeah, it feels weird because on a rational level, the game hasn't started until after the second priority roll, I suppose.
Yeah, right.
But it feels like everything's set up and ready to go. That's the moment when it's before that roll is when you should say, okay, yeah.
So if anybody listening, could you rule that? I want it added. I would like a handshake phase added to the rule book, please. It doesn't have to be a handshake. Some people did bro fists. You know, that's wise because, you know, nerds don't wash their hands when they go to the toilet. So bro fist phase is acceptable too.
There's no time for that nonsense, Jimmy. ain't nobody got time for that. Threat level games. Number 1 was 17. I don't think that's a surprise, but I think what we should look at is the number of 16 threat games. 32 out of 420. 32.
That's very low.
I'm surprised there's even that many, honestly, because I said no to 16 all the time.
Oh, you're playing Apocalypse.
Yeah.
You can't play a 16.
It sort of can, but it's not great. But yeah, wow.
It's good that the extreme is low, though. I think extremes are, you know, bad. So.
Yeah, but I mean, 17 was blowout, 147 games. 18 was close after that at 104, and then 19, 20 are about the same. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely coalescing around 17, 18, I feel, the game.
Yeah. People say that MCP is made for 17 threat. That's the word on the street. That the game is balanced at 17 threat. And then everything else is like starts to get a bit extreme. So that's good. That's great.
Yep. This is the fun one. What do you make of this? Game rounds.
Wait, hold on. This is the fun one for TOs.
Yeah.
This is good for scheduling. This is good for TOs. This is good for events running on time. This is how we do 7-round events.
Yeah, it's a good point, actually. At 231 games, so a little bit more than half of the games, all went to 4 rounds. 4 rounds.
Oh, that feels good and healthy.
Yeah.
I like that.
It really does. 5 rounds was next at 103 games, so half that, and then almost nothing. 6 rounds, 14 games, 7 rounds somehow with 1 game.
One game went to 7 rounds.
3 rounds, amazing. 64 games. So yeah, it's a 4 round game, possibly 5. That's it.
Yeah. And that's good to look at. You know, from a competitive level, you should be playing your game as if it's going to end on round 4. Right?
Yeah.
So you should be counting your VPs in that way. You know, make sure your opponent doesn't get ahead of you and randomly win at 4. I know that my Apocalypse games, the way I won them was like having a massive swing turn and jumping to 16 before we got to round 5. As soon as we hit round 5, I really start to struggle on Apocalypse. So yeah, good to know.
Okay. Last, looking at the Ghost Gear Index. Do you understand how this thing works?
Like, I have no idea.
What quadrant do you want to be in?
I don't know.
Leaders are shown at the... I don't know. It says number of games is on the y-axis, and then the win rate is on the x-axis. So, do you want
for our listeners who can't see this? I can see it and I still don't understand it. So I think we skip this for podcast content.
Okay. I want to know. There's a black line going through it, which I suppose is like the median of all this. So maybe that's what it is the factions that are above that black line are above the curve, so to speak.
Yeah, right.
And the ones that are below it. So, let's see. The ones that, but then it has like Web Warriors above the curve with a 40% win rate. So
quick segue here for those of us without PhDs. The most taken crisis was hammers. Yay! Rolling dice.
Where? What are you talking about?
I scrolled down a bit on the stats.
Really?
I don't understand graphs. Yeah, the most taken.
Oh, you crisis. Mean in terms of in their roster?
In their roster. Yeah. So yeah, forget all that smart stuff with graphs and maths. We want to roll more dice and punch each other. Hammers continues to be the most popular extract.
Okay, cool. Should we wrap up by doing some snapshots of our games?
Yes, we should. As you go to find that page, just some quick stats during the waiting time. Recalibration Matrix, by far the most taken Team Tactics card. Which is fun. It's a nice unaffiliated card everyone likes. And only 1 Space Stone was taken. And it was taken, I actually know who took it. It was taken by Grant from Throwing Dice Pod. And he took it on Loki, God of Mischief.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a little bit of a shame, right? All those players, all those teams, and only 1 Infinity Gem.
Yeah.
You know? Anyway,
okay.
There you go.
Now it's time to reveal the player results before we get into our games, actually. So we want to congratulate the people who went 7-0. the person who is the actual, let's go for the fourth place. Fourth place person who went 7-0 was my old teammate from the WTC, Pete Woodruff.
Hey.
He switched from APOC to Inhumans and did great, obviously. 7-0. Good for you, man. That's amazing. He was on the Universally Challenged team. Then in third place, with Best in Shield with a Dormammu pivot, is Will Crookshanks from Scotland on the Invincible Iron Brew team.
Nice.
Congrats to you. And this is the big surprise. In second place, in terms of scoring, 7-0 with Hydra was Nikki Bartels from Belgium. Yeah, the Go Figure team in Belgium. Wow.
Nice. Nikki's
Hydra.
always doing something weird. Nikki was playing Black Order, Corvus Leadership with no leadership card a long time ago and winning events. Yeah, Nikki's always doing something a bit off meta. It's great.
Yeah, it's really great. I'm just taking a look what he played. Red Skull 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all 3 times. Sorry, not Red Skull 3. Red Skull 2 is the leader in that room.
Nice.
And then lastly, the person who was absolute top player, best player of the event as part of the Spirit of New Jersey was Anders Hedval, also known as Kolar.
Yeah, nice.
Playing APOC.
Congrats.
Of course, he's a big APOC guy.
Yeah, he's got something like 500 games on APOC or something crazy. Yeah.
So those 4 people were trying to line up for Patreon episodes to talk about how they managed to win with those affiliations. And I think there's something in there for everybody. Obviously, the Hydra and Shield players is something new, so that'll be interesting to listen to. Inhumans, of course, may seem old hat, but Pete literally picked him up only after WTC, which is only a couple months ago. So it'd be interesting to understand his journey and how he's able to get him to work. And then Kolar is a savant with APOC and has been tweaking that roster and tweaked it again for this event. And so it'd be good to understand what his tweaks were. So all of those, even though they're well-known factions for doing well, they will have interesting conversations about.
Yeah. There you
go.
Look forward to that.
Top 3 teams. The third place team was the Spirit of New Jersey. This is congratulations, guys. This was the mixed Swedish and New Jersey team. They came in third place with 5 wins, 2 losses over the weekend. We should tell people that the way it worked is that we had a strike team award after the day 1. So strike team award, it was whoever was the highest level team after day 1. And then even if there was a clear winner after that, which there was after round 5, we just kept playing. We said everybody would be playing 7. The tiebreakers were team wins. Then it was the consolidated number of individual wins. And then the thirdly was the team strength of schedule. That was the way we did the tie breaks. So based on that, Spirit New Jersey got third place with their 5-2 win record. But
we should mention as well, when we came up with that, we said, oh, that's really nice because then you'll get different winners on 2 different days because no one's going to go 7-0. or like come top both days, right? That's not going to happen. So that's fun.
Okay, stay tuned. Then in second place was the primed English team, Raging. Oh, sorry. It's the UK team because it has English and Scottish players on it. Sorry. In fact, 2 Scottish players, so there's definitely a nice mix. That's the Raging Egos. Congratulations. Second place, 6-1. They went 6-1 with 22 individual wins.
Reigning WTC champions.
Yeah, more or less. So they dropped one person and picked up Andrea, the London zone Andrea Red Bear.
There was a transfer window since WTC. Some players got swapped. Some players got sold. Some players got bought. Yeah. So this is them for now.
And the winners, the champions of the 2026 ATB Team Championship is the Hussars of the Galaxy.
Hey! Round of applause.
Yay! Congratulations. Clap. These are the folks from Poland who came, although one of them lives in Norway, so that's the Norwegian guy. Great team. And they won both the Strike Award on Saturday and the overall win award on Sunday. So huge things. Now, here's the bitch of it, Jamie. If you take a look, Raging Egos and the Hussars both have the same win record of 6-1 as a team. So the next tiebreaker is individual consolidated win. As I mentioned, Raging Eagles had 22 wins over the course of the event. Hussars of the Galaxy had 23.
Oh.
1 win difference. Oh.
So obviously there's a lot of games being played, but I can't let that stat go by and not shout out Zeros for Hire. Zeros for Hire are a London team that will pride themselves on being like not the top tier players, right? They're there for a good time. They played against Raging Egos, and Ed beat Pat Dunford, and Darren beat Joe Manji.
Oh no!
So that's 2 losses they put on their ledger.
Wow! Hey, I want to mention that we. Oh God, look at this record. I have to look at this record. So my team, Papa Salt and the Salt Miners, we played them and held them to, we lost to them, but held them to a 3-2 win.
Nice.
That was good. Because then they went 4-1, 4-1, 4-1. Then they played Raging Egos in round 5 and won that one 3-2. So I feel like we held these guys to the same level as Raging Egos did. Because then they went on to 4-1 win again, round 6. Now listen to this. The one game they lost was in one round they lost was in round 7. They lost it 1-4.
Whoa!
To the Spirit of New Jersey guys.
Oh, I mean, that was a mega team, right?
Wow!
There's just titans here. Yeah.
Wow. So the only Polish player who won that one was it was Alfred Molfar. He's played Inhumans against Zero Cool Guardians for a 16-12 win. The rest all lost. So, wow, that's a crazy way to go.
Yeah.
What a weird way to win the event. Amazing. Well, anyway, congratulations to those guys. That was fun.
That was a new thing, right, as well, that tiebreaker? We switched the tiebreakers round.
Yes, we did. Because usually most people do it with Team SOS next and then individual wins.
Yeah, so we switched it for this event. Let's just start more trends, Norbert. Let's start more trends against the whole MTB community. We did this because we really liked it. Because then, if your team loses 1-4, the person that won the game, they scored a goal for your team, right?
Yeah,
and that might come up. That might come up in the rankings later. So we felt that was more important than strength of schedule.
Yeah, cool. Your team, Weapon Flex, came in at 8th place with a 4-3 win record, and I'd like to let you know that Papa Salt and his Salt Miners came in 10th place with a 4-3 win record, sir.
Oh, well, there you go. 2 whole places beneath us.
Yeah. Look at that. Individual wins. We had 18, you had 19.
Ooh, it's close.
Yeah, very close. And so, in fact, the Zeros for Hires had the same individual win record as we did. They got 9th place. Their strength of schedule was better than ours, 1.71 to 1.47. So,
there you go.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing.
Very cool.
Oh my God. And we're 10th place over Invincible Iron Brew by the number of VPs that we scored.
Oh my God, you scored 10 VPs more over so many games. Yeah.
Always go for those VPs, man. Don't just shake on it at the end. And say, look, dude, I'm just going to farm you for a VPs.
Yeah.
It's okay. Don't be mad.
Yeah, I got some dirty looks for that. I was on 15 and scored all 8 on the board, but I made my opponent watch me go do that. I was like, I'm really sorry, but it's a tiebreaker. I need to do this. I'm sorry.
It totally worked for Papa Salt. So yeah, we were thrilled with a 4-3 win. Our team came together as the exclusive people who enjoys being salty at their game at the game table, and so that was kind of the goal. And
I don't know if I fully agree with that.
Okay.
John Jenner is a delight to play against.
Know.
John XL is an absolute delight to play against. The rest of you, you are salty eyed. But John and John, they're great.
The Johns, they're balanced. They're So no, but it was great. I was thrilled with these guys, and I just played the hardest I could, and so I was solely focused on my games. And when at one point, Valerian told me that, hey, we're 3-3 at this, I said, really? I had no idea.
That's great.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So we were really thrilled about that, and I'm very happy as a result of this. 10th place out of 24 teams. Pretty good.
Very good.
And want to say anything about your team?
We'll go through it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we had fun. We went there not expecting much, like we did at Nations, and came second at Nations. Very happy about that. And then we came here with the same mentality and came 8th, and we're extremely happy about that. We had some really rough rounds. We faced 2 of the Titans. It was hard, but good, fun.
Okay. Do you want to talk about your rounds, or do you want to talk about your games?
What does that mean?
Meaning, do you want to talk about how your team did each round, or do you want to talk about how your individual game went?
I can barely remember my individual games, so let's just focus on that.
Ourselves. Okay, sounds good. So let me call up your record. There you are. Boop. And there's the versus team, and then I'm going to, on this tab, call up my record.
Nice. I will say, while you're doing that, we had we had Mike on Steve Won Avengers, and every round that we won 3-2, he was the last game to finish. It was constantly down to him. So he was under the most amount of pressure of anyone. Most of the time he pulled out of the bag and we won, and that was great. So yeah, it's always fun when that happens and you win.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Do you want to go first?
Sure.
All right, round one. You played into the mighty Pete Woodruff. Actually, I mentioned.
I did.
Yeah.
So you're going to hear about this game from two different angles.
Yeah. So you, this game was Scientific Samples and Mcron in Humans Against APOC, 19 threat, and you lost this one 16-12, despite winning both priority rolls.
Yes. So I came into this event feeling very confident. Right?
This is one of the game 3 rounds. Only 3 rounds for this game.
Oh, is that? Oh, because we know that's rare now.
There
I had 2 of those.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me.
So I came to this event feeling really confident. My win rate was like 87% or something ridiculous coming in. And this is my last 50 games with Apocalypse. So I was like, okay, as long as I go positive, I'll feel good. And I went against Pete and I thought, this is cool. It's a captain versus captain game, you know. And, you know, it's Apocalypse versus Humans. It felt like a proper Clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
Pete will tell you how this game went in much more detail than I probably will. I like to pride myself on being the antithesis of Norbert. I am, I hope, one of the least salty players. That's probably not true. There's probably people listening to this being like, I've played him, he's really salty. But I pride myself on being able to roll a dice roll and then immediately delete it from my memory and forget what happened.
Yeah.
This game tested me. Not only did I fail like 90% of my pay to flips, I also didn't get a trigger. I wasn't doing any damage. Nothing was working. I blocked nothing for about the first 2 rounds.
Yep.
I was so unlucky in this game. Like Pete knew. Pete was very gentlemanly about it, and said the phrase, "I feel like you haven't gotten to play this game," and that's how I felt. Everything went wrong. It was awful. So I mean, it's in Humans. You can't afford that, right? You can't afford to. You need to make no mistake, especially against a player like Pete. You can't make a mistake because Pete isn't going to make a mistake, right? Pete is a veteran wargamer, so there are no room for mistakes. And then you need your dice to go okay. And I don't know if I made too many mistakes. I can't think of any. I was too blinded by the bad luck. So yeah, I don't know. Not much to say about this. I'm sure Pete will give you a more interesting take on the Patreon episode. All
right, but I get the gist of it. But why did you choose 19 threat? Oh, he chose it. He won.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have chosen 19 threat. Okay. I don't like 19 threat.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, I had an epic first game.
Oh yeah?
I played, this was against the Galaxy Hussars, of course, and I played this guy named Cyprian, who was the nicest guy. My vote for best sportsman of the event. Absolutely. Because I was rusty. I had a lot of life issues recently, which means I haven't been down for weekly game night. And I'm the kind of guy who needs real reps to stay at least proficient at the game, let alone good at it. And I didn't have that. And I was doing dumb stuff, like really dumb stuff. What was the measurement I was doing? I was putting down a extract that somebody dazed somebody and dropped the extract, and I was putting it down using a range 1 tool instead of 2. Yeah, he's like, this can be range 2, and he helped me on.
You're
one
like
thing.
The host of the event, and you don't know that.
No, like I said, I was just like confused. I was flustered getting my table ready, all my terrain out for the game, and then getting the event started and blah blah blah. I was just flustered. Yeah. So it was a big, thing. Anyway, he was a real sportsman about it. I want to shout that out to him because he also helped me in another instance where he didn't have to, but he was really cool about it. Also, my dice were like, hey man, you've had a lot of stress getting this thing set up. Why don't we just take over from here? I'm like, okay. And they were just doing really dumb stuff. And he's like, this shouldn't be happening. That shouldn't have happened. And I said, you are correct. That is right. So sorry. He was playing with the New Web Warriors. He was playing the Spider-Verse leadership as well. And we were playing this, and the important thing was he was outplaying me, but I was slowly, I had a big swing on points, right? And the problem was I was so rusty, as I mentioned, my time was down to like fumes on the clock. And I was the last game as a result of that. So my whole team was standing on the other side, and they were watching me. They said, you literally executed a 9-second turn to win that game. I had 9 seconds turn, and then it was 5 seconds left on the clock, and when I won it, 17-12.
Damn. So did you not roll any dice in that turn then?
Correct. It was movements and saying, or the guy's like, he's happy there, he's done. That's it.
Okay, fine. He stays still, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
It felt like, you won't understand this, but it felt like the old days when I played War Machine. They had a speed format called, oh my God, what was it called now? Oh, people are going to be shouting at their screens.
Speed War.
Yeah, but
Fast
it was
tanks.
Yeah, you had a limited time on each term that you could play, so you would just play like a monster all the time, and it felt like that. So it's very exhilarating. And he was a really good sport about it because he let me be a little sloppy with the measurements, although they were going to be in. It was just like I was just throwing the tool down, but he was cool about it. Yeah. So thank you to him. We still lost that round 3-2, but it was an epic game. And so sorry, that was Montesi Formula and Extremis 18 threat, and I won both priority rolls, and it went to round 6 on that one.
Nice. Round 6, one of the rare round 6s.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. Right. Round 2 for you was into James Jackson. He was playing.
This was the best looking team in MCP I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. They are handsome. First Avengers. So this is the Captain America in the second core box, playing Avengers. Montesi Formula and M-Cron. Again, 19 threat. You won both priority rolls. You're very lucky. Went 4 rounds, and you won this one 16-11.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it was good. I have my eye on this list because I'm thinking about moving to Steve 3 soon because I want to play Steve 3 and like Cyclops and Wolverine and make all the mutants feel really great.
Yeah.
Because and if those don't know, Steve 3 is the one that basically helps you get your triggers on every attack. He was playing Gambit reserve members. Oh my God. I thought Death Gambit was scary. Oh my God. I went up to the midline. I grabbed the midline extract. Gambit rocked up, did a reserve member's attack, one-shot me. Round 1. I was like, okay. And
who was that? Who got one-shotted?
I can't remember. I think it was Iceman, maybe. Iceman or Toad. Yeah.
Okay.
Bad news. So I went, right, that's not happening again. So Apocalypse leapt over buses and cars to get to him, stomped him into the ground. I was like, no activation for you. And then he woke up angry and beamed my entire team and killed like 3 of us. I was like, oh, Jesus. It was like watching X-Men 97. It was crazy. I was like, this Gambit is nuts. So yeah, it was basically just a game of like, I have to remove activations from you because you're putting so much pressure on me. Like Steve 3, the pressure on Steve from Steve 3 is crazy. There was Shang-Chi running around as well. Miles Morales. Miles, I just gunked him up with conditions. I was like, take poison, slow, root, stop doing what you're doing. I'm not going to let you have a turn. Everyone else, I'm just going to murder. Yeah. And it just came down to one of those like, okay, now I need to just run for my life behind a bus and just try and like, yeah, Apocalypse, like, I think he died or he was about to die. Apocalypse finished the game just doing a pestilence bomb to slow everyone. Yeah. Just being like, run for your lives, while the horseman ran away. So, yeah, it was one of those. James was an amazing opponent. I loved it. He was determined to beat me, by the way, because he's beaten you in the past.
Oh, I see.
And he said, I need your scalp. So I've beaten all of across the Bifrost. So, yeah, he hasn't got me yet. So next time we'll get me.
He hasn't gotten our producer either. So
yeah, true. Yeah. So, yeah, that was a great game, great opponent. Really nice to see Steve 3 on the table and Gambit just doing absolute bits.
I could totally see that under the what's that card name again?
Reserve members.
Yeah, it's a great card.
Oh, horrible. I mean, he's crazy as death. Yeah. But it's just worse because it just adds a dice for free, and then Steve gives him a trigger, and then he does the trigger himself, and then it's like an attack that was going to do 1 or 2 damage is now doing 4 or 5. It's crazy.
Cool. My round 2 was against Ray from the Dutch team that came along. This was an Apocalypse Mirror, which I was interested to play, actually. It was Terrigen Canisters and Guardians Save Empress, so we both like that. We played 17 for 4 rounds. I won both priority rolls on this one. And I happened to win this one 21-13, but Ray was clearly a better APOC player. He was doing things that I was like, oh, I should do that. That seems really good. That kind of thing. And so the dice were like, you know what? You sit back and just take a lesson from this guy, and we'll do all the work for you, pal. And I'm like, okay. And it was just like your other game where it was like I was blowing up the world. His dice were doing nothing, and I was like, I'm sorry, man. This is just horrible. Yeah. It was really
It never
bad.
feels good, does it?
No.
Never feels good. When the dice is too skewed one way. My favorite games are when everyone's dice just average out.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. It was not great. And it's no fun. So I tried to make it fun for him, and he was very appreciative and wasn't salty about it at all. He was typical Dutch, very happy,
Nice.
and yeah, so it was great. And he was great. He's a fan of the show. He was thrilled to play me, which I constantly have to keep reminding myself about when I feel salty.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Norbert and I had a very quiet drive back from an event once where I was like, hey, there was a lot of people here that said they listened to the podcast, so we should probably be nice. Like when we play games, we should really try and be as nice as possible.
Yeah.
So we try really hard.
Yeah. Right. Round 3. Oh my goodness, you played the great...
Speaking of trying hard to be nice. Oh no.
You played against Anthony O'Reilly. He was playing M'Baku, Wakanda, Montesi Formula, and Lockdown. Oh, that's the new Crisis that you got to play.
Yeah.
4 rounds. You won the first priority roll. He won the second one. But it was a forfeit somehow.
Somehow.
Because the score is you 5-10 to him. So what happened?
I don't think my team knew I did that. Let's not draw too much attention to that.
Okay.
Yeah, it went really badly. It went so badly, I forfeit.
Oh, you forfeited.
I forfeit, yeah.
Oh,
but the game was basically over though. So it was just crazy. And like I just talked about how proud I am for not getting that salty. I think if my opponent here was listening to this, he'd be like, yeah, shut up. This was really bad. It was just another I put Iceman on the midline and thought, if I can just avoid one attack, if I can survive one attack, I can then fall back and all my entire plan works. And then they did the whole Spirit of Wakanda thing. And Ultimate Miles web swinged up, just one shot Iceman. And then the rest of the game was just nothing but one shots, really. And yeah, it was just awful.
He had spider people with Wakanda?
Yeah, so it was Wakanda with Wongconda. I'm gonna coin that. You can use that.
Okay.
Wongconda with Spirit Wakanda, and they give power to Ultimate Miles Morales. So he can web swing round 1. With that long move and do a big old attack. And,
it's menace.
It's
wow.
really horrible.
Good tech, Kanto.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good. So,
but you played 4 rounds. You played 4 rounds before you gave up. That's a lot.
I went out kicking and screaming. Scoring 5 VPs over 4 rounds tells you how bad it went. And also, it was lockdown, and we rolled the secures, and they all turned off on his side. So even the secure was on my side. I was doing fine, but I just got battered everywhere. And it especially hurt because I was trying to talk our Wakanda player Tom out of the Wong Spirit Wakanda thing. I was like, that's no good. That's a gimmick. Give Wong to our webs player. And I was like, I'm going to play into it now, and I'm going to destroy this guy and prove to my team that I know what I'm talking about. And I got completely destroyed by it. So that was really embarrassing. And I don't think they realized until they listened to this podcast. So sorry, guys. Sorry, you were right. I was wrong. But yeah, it was just the dice were crazy, and Anto was really nice about it. He was like, look, sorry about that. There was a few. There was a few it was I maybe have a chance here if I one shot 3 people in a row, and then I'd one shot 2 of them, and then one of them just would just be fine. It was really awkward. So horrible. It was just one of those games where you're trapped in a losing condition for a while.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, well, I've got to play this out because Magic might be able to do 10 damage on one attack.
Yep.
Right. So it's just one of those. So
you're just throwing the Hail Marys. You're just throwing the Hail Marys.
Yeah. And I think I conceded because I had 1 model left who was at the edge of the board, and he was about to score 19 points in 1 round. So I was like, I'll call it there. Thanks.
All right. Okay. My condolences. I understand.
Yeah.
My round 3 was against the Huggy Bear.
Hey.
From my old streaming days.
Yeah.
I mainly took this as a meme, basically. I was like, this was before I realized how well we were doing. I was like, why should I think about the pairing when it's just Huggy Bear on the table? I'm going to just take that pairing because it's just fun.
It's fun.
Play against my friend.
Nice.
He was playing the Web Warriors with the new Spider-Verse leadership. It was Inhumans, Deploy, Advanced Weaponry, and Extremis. I won the first priority roll, so I got the secures that I wanted. He won the second priority role for going first. We played 18 threat, which is also what I wanted, and 4 game rounds. He won this one 17-8.
Oh, what happened?
First of all, he plays Kolar all the time. Who knows? So he has been beaten over the head by like 200. He said he played 200 games of APOC against APOC, and so he knew what not to give me, basically, which was the case. And also, these new Web Warrior characters are bonkers. Silk is just the menace that you and I both predicted she'd be when we reviewed her. Holy moly. You get punished if you attack her. You get punished if you go near her. You get punished if you don't attack her. And she's a tanky 4 threat, essentially. She's not some wimpy 3 threat. She's insane.
Yeah, very, very good.
And Ultimate Spider-Man is not that far behind her because every time you hit him, he gets power to hit you back, and it's a builder, so chances are he's going to get enough power to hit you back again because it's not once per turn for some
ungodly reason.
Right. How is that true? So, I mean, even bloody Dracula's thing is once per turn clackback, isn't it?
It is once per turn, yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Go figure. Yeah. So,
listen. Hey, now calm down, right? Web Warriors, they needed some help, all right? They've had understated models for a long time, all right? They needed some good models to come out finally.
Yeah. So Huggy, and also he will admit this well, although it was, I'd say 75% him outplaying me for sure. But the few times that I had opportunities to do something that really would have hurt him, the dice said no. They were like, we've carried you long enough, big guy.
You're on your own now.
They were like some serious, like APOC did nothing. And that's what I found out about him. As scary as he is, I'm not denying it, but man, you roll a bucket of dice and those dice just sometimes don't do anything. They just don't come up. Right? Yeah. And he can't do anything about it. He got a few evolution tokens to reroll. So you got to be good about, your economy, making sure you've built up a lot. So there's that. That's on me. But even still, with those rerolls, sometimes nothing was happening, and that's bad. War, Magic War was doing nothing in this game, so it's bad when that happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that your thing? Like you get the rerolls, so that happens, but you have to earn those. Other than that, you're rolling dice and hoping for the best.
Yeah, they're still an attrition team, right? Yeah, they just have very good dice.
Yes,
and lots of them, lots of rerolls, but they're still an attrition team.
Yep. Okay. Right. So then round 4, last game of Saturday, you played against Thorwald. Which team was this? Do you remember? Thorwald.
They were Swedish.
Okay, it was the second Swedish team then, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. He was playing Blade into you. It was on Matesi and Extremis, 17 threat, 5 game rounds. He won both priority rolls, but lost 18-13.
Yes. It was foreign assignment. No. Yeah, foreign assignment?
Yeah, that sounds like that.
That's it, yeah. Longshank says representing Sweden. I thought that was their team name for a sec. Yeah, foreign assignment. This was fun. I think Thorwald, I had a lot of fun. I don't know if he did. I got the feeling he didn't want to. Well, actually, I say the feeling. He arrived at the table saying, "I hate Apocalypse," and I don't think he wanted to be paired into me, but maybe accepted it. It was for the good of the team.
So he was stepping in front of the bus, was he?
Yeah, I think it might have been a bit of that. Yeah, I said, "Well, hey, look, I'm the model I'm most scared of in the world is Immortal Hulk. And you have him." And is that some condolences? Maybe I don't know.
Was he on the table? Did he put him on?
Oh yeah, he put him straight down. Yeah, he put out riots. So I was like, yeah, I'll take that. I like riots because I can run away from you and I can heal loads. I love that. And I just forgot. I always forget how far Immortal Hulk can go.
Oh yeah.
On riots. It being a DMAP does not matter.
Nope.
He had Man-Thing as well, and I was like, Man-Thing's going nowhere. He's a slow mover, and he can teleport and bump. He can get everywhere. He went everywhere around the map. So yeah, I was really impressed with that. But my guy, Iceman. Oh, my guy. All he does. No, this was good. This was a good one. All he does, he just stands on a point and goes, come at me. And then Mummy walked up, was slow, and then Iceman went, see ya, and just left. And just left him slow. And you're just out of the game at that point. You're on riots. You're moving slow. Iceman's just running around. It was great. So that was awesome. He let Blade kind of stand a little too close to the middle. So Apocalypse just jumped him round 1. Did a bunch of damage. Energy. Blade doesn't like getting hit with energy.
Nope.
So hit him with that, and then dazed him round 2, and then I spent the rest of the game chasing Blade. I was like, the only good thing I've done here is Daze Blade. If I can KO Blade, then it stops Immortal Hulk being able to jump around the board and chase after me. And Blade, just with that spender and the auto move, and then on riots, he was like pinging my team, running around riots. His friends were healing him up. He just didn't die. He survived the whole game, which was crazy because he woke up next to an apocalypse, round 3. On his injured side, I was like, this is a sure thing. I'm going to KO this guy.
Okay.
So yeah, that was really cool. So he did a lot of pinging around and healing. Thankfully, Immortal Hulk was preoccupied with Beast the entire game. And basically Beast was just like...
No way.
Yeah. The whole game. Over one secure, he...
oh, wow.
Yeah, he was just like... Beast would like run up, give him root, and then run away.
Mm.
And it was enough for Thorwald to be like, I need to get that guy. So he then move, hit him, and Beast was like, cool, I'm going to go move on the point, riots again, now you're slow. It was just like, he was tickling him,
Yeah.
And so my 3 threat just had that, what is he, 7-8 threat, Immortal Hulk just tied up the whole game. So the rest of my team could just go and kind of score points. So that was good. But yeah, Blade was crazy. It was a little awkward because I don't think we were all tired at this point in the day as well, and people's voices were going. There wasn't much. I mean, I know that one of Finley played one of his opponent on this team said, "I don't want to talk to you. Can we just point at things to save our voices?" Which is very fair on end of day one.
It was loud.
Yeah, so there was a bit of that, but then he was kept attacking Apocalypse with like auto bleed. And I had to explain a few times. Oh no, I'm double healing now.
Yeah,
he didn't like that, and it was a bit of an awkward thing. But I think it's what you sign up for when you play Apocalypse, right? People don't really want to play you, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, especially I can understand with the conditions thing. That's annoying. That's really annoying because you have to attack, but your attack has that part of it, and you just can't do anything about it. So it sucks.
It's awkward as well because like I feel like with other characters you could be like, "Hey, you just kill this character," or be like, "Oh, just avoid this character." Apocalypse, you can't really say that because like Apocalypse is totally dazable. You only got 7 health. Hit him twice hard and he'll fall over. Right. But then if you start whiffing, they start healing, then it looks like you've lied to your opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's awkward. It's just, it's very strange. But yeah, I had fun.
So, speaking of that, I had the most super nice opponent. I loved him. He was so nice. And we've met before. He's from the High Wycombe group. This is Mark Curtis. Super nice and very clean player. I really enjoyed that aspect of playing against him. But round 4, it was my Apocalypse against his Cyclops X-Men, which he teched for APOC, I should add. But that was interesting.
What's the tech?
A lot of energy attacks and killing horsemen approaches that he did, and it was really effective. Huh. But you know what? The dice, I mean, look, I'm not a good APOC player, so there's, I'm going to rely on my dice to get me out of trouble, but they were horrific. And his were God dice. Yeah. They were like, the game became a meme at that point. And that's why I didn't get salty about it, I think, because I was okay. I said I was looking forward to having literally all of his dice when he was throwing 7, 8 or 10 dice, like literally all of them going into successes, which they did. And literally he would save 4 or 5 routinely on rolls. It was horrific. And I will tell you some highlights. The first one was when Domino just casually takes a full health Apocalypse and dazes him on her activation.
I mean, that's Domino, right? Is that not a thing she does?
Yeah, I guess so. And spoilers, APOC then got killed. He was removed from the game.
Oh my God.
As well as all the other characters, and that's how Mark won. The score
You got tabled?
I got tabled.
Oh my God, you got tabled by Cyclops X-Men.
Yes.
Wow.
He had King Black Bolt. That was the kind of the clutch aspect of that roster. It was X-23. It was King Black Bolt, which was fantastic. Domino, Cyclops. I'm trying to think of the one. Oh, Honey Badger as well.
Okay.
It was pure attrition. It was going after killing people, and it worked.
I love that he brought horseman killing tech and then killed Apocalypse on the way.
Yeah, just Domino, just bang, bang, bang. It was so bad. I was like, wow. But he said he played APOC 4 times and won against them twice with his tech. So hats off to the High Wycombe.
And it's thematic. That's fun.
Yeah, this was pretty fun. So I lost, the score says 13-12, but I lost it because of being tabled.
Tabled.
He won both priority rolls too, so I'll blame that. It was on it was Hammers and Mayor Fisk, 18 threat, and we played for 5 rounds before he tabled me. Yeah, so it was in round 4 for me. Not great, but like I said, it turned into such a meme that I wasn't salty about it. I was like, oh well. Yeah. So let's get on to the start of Sunday, game 5.
Game 5.
Ooh, APOC mirror against your Padawan, Joel North. Oh.
Yes, we got paired against zeros. I was very happy about it because I had a terrible day 1. My worst apocalypse record at any event in the 50 games. So we got paired into a bunch of friends from London, and that was very fun. So I was happy about that. I was desperately trying to coax AJ into playing me because he was playing Cyclops X-Men. And I foolishly thought they were no good into Apocalypse. Sounds like you had a different experience.
Yeah, be careful. Be very careful.
So yeah, maybe I dodged a bullet there. So I was helping out Joel with the Apocalypse roster like the week before or a couple weeks before, and I was like, "Come on, Joel, let's see if you've listened to what I was saying." And we put down an exact mirror.
Oh wow!
Tactics cards and everything.
Oh, amazing!
So I was like, oh god, he has listened to everything I've said. I could definitely lose this.
So it was Hammers and Mutant Madmen, 18 threat, only 3 rounds this time. Again, one of the few 3-round games. You won this though. He won both priority rolls as well. So it seems like everything's going in his favor. He lost 17-6.
Yes. I mean, obviously with a mirror match, it usually comes down to dice. We deployed pretty symmetrically as well, but my magic went on the opposite side of his magic, and Apocalypse went with her. So I had my 2 killers on one side, which I think mattered.
Okay.
Because we're just throwing attacks at each other. My attacks go well. He didn't one-shot my Apocalypse, which meant that on the second Apocalypse attack in round 2, which is really pivotal, anyone knows, but with Apocalypse, he needs to get those early dazes. It meant I could sacrifice it on someone else. And from then on, it was just like, okay, this is going to kind of fold because my dice went good, your dice went bad, unfortunately, and it's a mirror match. But there was a really cool thematic moment, which I loved. I could see the comic panel in my head while it was happening. Joel didn't seem too appreciative of it in the moment, but I think listening back to this, he might be. Apocalypse has shown up, right? It's a big mirror match. Apocalypse has shown up. You've got a bunch of hammers, and he wants them. So Apocalypse he's just killing horsemen, and he's grabbed their hammers. He's like, now I am the, in Sabanu, I've got 2 hammers. Yeah. And there is Apocalypse standing 2 feet in front of him with a hammer, and Magic goes, well, I'm going to take a swipe. What's that thing you say? If you're going to take a swing at the king?
Oh, you better hit. You better take him down. You better take him down.
Better not miss.
Yeah.
She takes one swipe at him, does like 4 damage in one attack. And I'm like, we're on. Here we go. I'm going to take another attack. So I take another swing. Magic takes down his Apocalypse in 2 attacks. Oof. Picks up his hammer. So now I have Apocalypse and Magic holding 3 hammers.
Oh.
But he's going to wake up, right? And going to hit me back. And that's quite bad. But no, Magic plays Journey Through Limbo, selecting my Apocalypse and places him backwards, like to the other side of the board. And then she uses the 3 power she has left to Limbo step
herself out of the way. Oh my God. Oh no.
There
classic. They just, there's a murder scene and they all scattered away from it.
Yeah, literally. I could see the portals opening up. She's like, see ya, we're out. I think I just said, actually, before people gave me angry comments, I think I just said Magic paid 3 for Journey Through Limbo. She paid 4 because of hammer attacks. Don't worry, I did that. But I mean, that was what was so dirty about it, because that's the thing with War Magic, is she can do all that killing with builders.
Yeah,
so she's killed everyone and then has a bunch of power. So I spent 7 power to then move all my guys away.
Oh, by the way, that was the thing. I kept getting Magic stunned in another game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's terrible for her because
she hates that.
Yeah. Oh my God. Right. I played first round. Big fan of the show. I might even be a Patreon, but he posts all the time in our Discord. This is Tom DeWild from Belgium. And he was playing Inhumans, so this is my Inhumans match, which I was looking forward to trying out. We played on Hammers and Extremis, so that's Riots, and it was 17 threats, went 5 rounds. He won this one 19-15. And I feel really good about this score because I kept it really close despite, again, my dice just not paying attention. It was just like, okay, what? You wanted us to succeed? Sorry. We drank too much last night. It was because he admitted it. He's like, nothing's happening for you. I'm like, I know. So it was all about positioning and moving around the table and scoring the points where I could rather than trying to kill stuff. And so I felt pretty good about that. and did some interesting tricks that took him by surprise. So I felt like I was playing X-Men, old day X-Men, Jamie, on this map, and getting the points that way because it wasn't happening through attrition. It just wasn't.
And you prefer playing that way?
I do very much.
Yeah,
it's so
too.
fun. It's so fun. So yeah, but he played very well, of course, and deserved that win. So that was good. So nothing more to say about that one than I can think of.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Second game of Sunday. Oh, you got to play one of the Americans. So you got to play Zero Cool. He's the Guardians player.
Yes, this is what I was really nervous about.
Yeah,
it felt prestigious.
Yeah,
for sure. All that way. I've got to give him a good game. He rocked up with, all Guardians and all of his rulers and tokens and dice and round timer were Guardians themed.
Oh dear. Okay.
So I was like, oh no, this guy knows how to play Guardians. I need to be worried here. So I was very scared. And yeah, it went very well for me.
Real quickly,
Sorry, go on. Sorry.
Montese formula, Guardians save Empress with the crises, 17th threat, 4 rounds. You won this one. 18-9. Wow.
Yeah.
You won the first priority roll. He won the second one.
Other way around.
Aren't this? What?
It's the other way around, yeah. And that's important in this one because
So you put it in wrong, right? Because the highlighted star is the...
No, that's not how highlights work.
That's not how it works?
No, hover over it.
No, yeah, I'm sure of it. I think the ones that are filled in stars are the one who won that roll.
That's confusing.
Surely.
Okay, well, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I grabbed the midline. That's what happened.
Okay.
Toad grabbed the midline, and obviously that's game on, right? Everyone knows what that means. This game is now, does Toad die or not?
Yep.
So, yeah. And we had some really interesting stuff. He placed Zemo in a really weird position, like off a secure. And I was like, oh, what's that? I don't know what you're doing. You're planning something. You've thrown me off. I don't know what this is. And he didn't laugh. And I was like, oh, it's game on. I was like, he's planning something. I don't know what this is. I later found out he's got like a double bubble thing going on. There's Namor and Zemo. And he was it was genius. He was lining it up for Yondu to walk up and then take a shot at Toad.
Right.
So he prepared the bubble for Yondu's arrival. I was like, okay, this guy's good. I know this is going to be a hard game.
Yeah.
And it hit Toad. Toad didn't die. I think something happened. Apocalypse got dazed. There's lots of slow intuition-y stuff. I took a swing. I double moved Beast into his bubble, and did the slow or whatever, rooted everyone or something. And Beast paid for it, as I thought he would, because Yondu then come and hit him instead of Toad, I think it was. I think that's what happened, actually. But yeah. So Beast is alive on 1 at the end of round 1. Terrible, right? When I want to be, using Apocalypse to KO Baron Zemo if I can, get rid of some of that bubble, I now have to activate Beast first because he's alive on 1.
Right.
But my God, Beast just... I felt like I was Beast. The amount of mathematics I had to do for this. Basically, long story short, it was top around 2. I did another Pestilence Bomb. So now Namor is slowed and rooted.
Yeah, good.
Zemo takes a damage. Nebula takes a damage from the Pestilence. So that it all lines up perfectly so that then I can throw Zemo into Nebula, dazing Zemo. Nebula blocks everything but 1, which means she's still there, so I can now target her with a builder. I do the builder on Beast. I get the wild, so I daze her, but I can place off of her to let me run away and flip a point. And I was like, what the hell? That was crazy. And even Arthur was like, wow, that was a good Beast turn. So yeah, just sort of dismantling the bubble, dazing 2 characters and getting out of there.
Yeah.
With the pestilence stuff, I was like, and Namor is slowed and rooted.
Yeah.
So yeah, Namor did nothing for the rest of the game. I mean, I think he dazed APOC, but he wasn't doing his normal stuff, of running around flipping points. He was kind of in a corner for half the game.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I won the game by having a bunch of points over one side. APOC was about to KO, and I just moved and Pestilence Bomb to slow the whole team, and he died doing that, which meant he couldn't come over and affect the thing. But there was a really scary moment at the end. I think he had one shot to stay in this, which was Yondu moving in and doing his Yucca Arrow spender.
Yeah.
This guy, by the way, Arthur, played Yondu like a pro. I've never seen Yondu played so well. Knew exactly when to hit and run, and was doing attacks knowing that they would then have the power to spend the next turn, and then was lining up this. It was crazy. But yeah, I had to move in, do a Yucca Arrow, and it had to bounce between all my guys who were all alive on 1 or 2, but didn't get the trigger. on the first attack. So I was real clenched up for that attack.
Yeah.
Didn't get a trigger, and we both knew what that meant, and we called it there. But that was by far my best game of the tournament. Like, awesome. He's such a clean player as well, and was very quick to call over a judge. And for like stuff that we didn't want to agree on, it was like, do you think that's in range 2? And neither of us really wanted to make the decision because I guess we were both trying to be friendly and not push it. So we got a judge over. I love that. It was very clean, very nice. It felt very fair, and just good MCP. And I think he was a little bit unlucky with the dice.
Yeah. All right. My second and last game on Sunday was against David CD. This was part of the Curtis Hodgson's so-called Care Bears team. He was like, "Oh, we're just here for the lulz. We just want to win the best display board."
Which
blah,
they
blah,
did.
blah.
Which they did.
Meanwhile, they're going 3-3 into this. Yeah.
That's not Care Bears.
Yeah. No, it's like Death Care Bears,
Grizzly Bears.
It's like Care Bears gone bad.
Was that Bad News Bears? Was that a thing? Bad News Bears?
Bad News Bears is sure.
Yeah.
So I was like, what's this nonsense? And sure enough, we get paired into them in the second to last game. I got paired into David, who I played last January as well, and he's such a nice guy and a good, clean player. Loved playing against him the second time. He was one of the ones who brought She-Hulk roster and knew how to use it. He had really good ways of constantly diverting my attacks so that they were spreading the damage around between Okoye, Sacrifice, and She-Hulk herself. It was annoying. It was very annoying to work around.
I've just realized, quickly, meta take, that's going to really be scary when Rescue's around, because if you spread the damage, then Rescue has more people to heal.
Yeah,
I just realized how scary
I played on, this was Jailbreak, so the extracts, you couldn't hold the extracts. They kept going back to their spawning points.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So, and it was Deadly Meteors was the other thing. So it was basically us literally gathered around the center meteor. And occasionally somebody who had like literally nothing better to do would run to a corner and pick up an extract and then drop it right away.
Odd. That's weird.
It was a very weird game insofar as this new combination of crises. It was bizarre. And interesting as a result. It was a really interesting puzzle. So this was 20 threat. We played 4 rounds. I won both priority rolls. And he played 20 threat, but I was happy with that and I decided I have either a wide 20 threat or I have a narrow one. And at this point, I thought I was, again, in it for the memes. And so I went with my narrow one because I hadn't played it yet, which was basically using Colossus and Psylocke alongside APOC and who else is in there? Deadpool and Beast.
Some guy. Horseman guy.
Somebody else. But it was Cyclops and Psylocke and Colossus. That was the big deal. And so my plan was I have to go hard on attrition on this one because he had all these mobile characters. He had Lady Jane, he had Okoye, he had She-Hulk. I was like, I have to go hard on this. And he flipped all the points straight away because I couldn't. And was able to have like Okoye walk over, grab an extract, and then just walk back into a bodyguard range. It was great for he was really sensible on his part. It was like wow. So I played so hard on this one, and initially the dice weren't working, but then they warmed up a bit, and I took out so many characters. Had I had one more round, I wiped out Lady Jane, I wiped out She-Hulk, I wiped out Okoye.
Wow.
It was just Black Cat and Medusa left.
Okay.
And so he won this one 16-9. I just ran out of time because my early game was too slow. But I felt really good about how I was playing, actually, considering I had to unpick this knot with She-Hulk there.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah. And it was Psylocke. She-Hulk does not get along with Psylocke at all. They are not best buds at all. Oh, it was great. She was death. So I put it on, plinked She-Hulk. She's standing there with the little plinks. She's doing fine, but she's got more than enough for death. So Psylocke's always playing death and doing Mystic. And doing Mystic and doing the thing where you get extra dice and then rerolls of her own plus rerolls from Evo tokens. It was disgusting.
Yeah, Psylocke's rerolls are infinite.
Yeah.
Not many people talk about that. No. She can roll as many as she can pass.
And this is on her builder, so she was getting all the power back and stuff. So
jeez, that's cool. It's good to see Death Psylocke being a thing.
Yeah, in the right circumstances, I definitely respect her. So, lost this one, but had a really good time playing against him and felt really good about it despite that loss.
Nice. Great.
All right, last game. You played against somebody. Is it Owen Gubbs? Is that how you say his name? Ewan, sorry.
Yeah.
Ewan, Spider Foes. He was playing Doc Ock on Hammers and Mkron. 19th threat, 4 game rounds, and he won both priority rolls.
Yeah.
But you won this one 22-10. Wow.
Yes. Yeah. This was absolutely, the score does not show how close this was. This was
one of those games.
Game. Yeah. This could have gone anyway. I had an amazing round 2. Actually, we'll get onto it. It was really fun. It was really tense. Like, when your opponent sort of, you're all fun and jokes at the start.
Yeah,
and then
sure.
You stop joking, and then you're both locked in, right?
Yeah.
So picture that. Okay. So we're on Hammers, and he's playing Abomination. He gets the first, wins the second prior roll, and then double moves Abomination to pick up 2 hammers. And now I'm like, oh God.
Wow.
I now need to deal with Abomination.
Yeah, with 2 hammers.
Yeah, and this is my 50th game as Apocalypse, right? So I forced myself to play Wolverine because I haven't played him nearly enough in the 50 games. I was like, I'm here for some fun.
Now you're regretting life choices.
Yeah, so I'm like, just chuck him in. Let's see what happens. He went crazy. So Apocalypse went into Abomination, like round 1. The normal thing with Apocalypse, just like do as much damage as you can. I think Deadpool shot him up a bit as well. I dazed him. Wolverine is now like standing at the back. He can't do anything round 1, right? He's just stood there like, I'm going to get 2 power. I'm going to charge round 2. And Ewan activates Abomination, Spender's Apocalypse, and he like places off of him. He can throw him, and I'm like, oh, this is it. This is game. He's going to basically throw Apocalypse away, and then he's going to move. I think I recal to stop him getting the wild, and he got it. He got it ananyway. I was like, oh my God. I was like, it's over. He's going to throw Apocalypse away. He's going to move to the other side of the board. I'm never going to catch him. That's game.
Yeah.
And there was like the little Kill Bill siren, Ewan chose violence. He put his medium move down to run away, and I was like, I've lost. And then he was like, nah, I'm going to get Apocalypse.
Oh no.
And he went, I'm going to hit him again. And I sacrificed into Wolverine. So real bad. But at the end of the game, we joked about it. He said, I knew then I should have run away.
Yes.
And I was like, yes. He said it. It was like an hour later he said that. So we had a good laugh about it. But so I sacrificed into Wolverine. So now I've got an Abomination in front of me with 2 hammers, and I've got a choice between Deadpool, Apocalypse, or Wolverine to kill him. Right. And like any of them can. I just remembered I didn't daze him round 1. So he's now alive on 1. That was the big thing as well. So I'm now going to daze him with whoever I want. So I did. But here's where the interesting stuff comes in. So he's playing foes, right? And he's got Rhino. And Rhino's lining up for a gore. And I know from experience that I shouldn't put 3 hammers on Apocalypse, no matter how much I want to, because Rhino's going to come and robbery them. So I got Deadpool to kill Abomination. Drop the hammers. Deadpool pick one up. So now Deadpool has one. Apocalypse has one. And then I drop one next to Wolverine. I'm like, great, I'm going to spread the hammers, so when you robbery me, it's not going to be that painful, which felt really cool. It felt really chess-like, right. And he then like double moves on the Dr. Octopus over to grab the hammer, so now I've got to deal with that. Super interesting decisions everywhere. He had a Shuri. He splashed Shuri, which I've never seen Shuri splashed in Spider Foes, and that's just a horrible puzzle to figure out because she's just pushing you automatically off points, and horrible. But yeah, he double moved a Dr. Octopus over to get the extract, and he was next to a powered up Wolverine because he'd just been sacrificed into. So Wolverine just like charged him, rolled like, 8 wilds, whatever, just something crazy, just mincing up the world. Basically, Wolverine was the star player by far. For the rest of the game, he was just charging around, using the death, horseman ability, just killing people. And it felt like a good, final game. For him to
well, when
like
Wolverine, the slot machine, plays your favor, it's
100%.
great.
Yeah. when he rolls a couple wilds, you're like, why doesn't everyone play this guy? He's awesome.
And then he doesn't. And then he's like, derpy derp.
Yeah, it does happen. But it was really cool. It was a really clean game, very nice. There was a nice moment where Wolverine wanted to throw someone through himself into someone behind him, and then you know how if the model can't land there, they come back to the last legal place. And Ewan was like, "No way, there's no way that's how that works." And I was like, "Well, we can ask." And thankfully, Steve Cole and AJ were next to us, so we asked them, and Steve, with some confidence, explained how it works. And Ewan was great. He was like, "Oh, great, I didn't know that." that's really good to know. I was like, yeah, it's a useful trick. So that was nice. You know, it could have been like a bit of a feels bad moment that turned into a nice positive thing. So yeah, it was great. And also the funny thing was, so I had the big round 2. I scored every point on the board near enough. And you know, it was very much in my favor. And Ewan was like, oh, I need to really pull out the bag here, and we're locked in. You know, we're not joking anymore. He has to get a lot of things to go his way.
Right.
And then they did. And he looked at me and went, well, this looks better. And we just both cracked up. We just both started laughing. It's like, yeah, you really pulled that out. So it ended up with Wolverine having 3 hammers, run off to the corner of the board, and Rhino could have gone and gored him. With a bit of luck, could have robberyed him, and then we're still in the game. But Magic double moved out of nowhere and just journey through limboed Rhino off. See you later.
Nice.
So it felt very cool, felt very chess-like, and I was very happy with that.
That's
that was a great game. That was another one of my favorite games of the weekend.
I can imagine. It sounds epic. I had a similarly epic game. My last one was against Rob Reed, an old friend from Ireland. We played War Machine against each other for many years. Yeah. So we know each other, and he is a great player, very clean and super nice. And he was playing Shadowland Daredevil Criminal Syndicate into me. We played on Scrolls and Guardian Says Empress, 17 threat, 4 rounds, and I won both priority rolls. I managed to win this one 16-15.
Oh, a nail biter.
A nail biter. It was it was such a hard game. He played so well. He was doing such good work. I should have gone after the bloody ninjas, and I didn't, and they walked away with a scroll, so that was behind. I was down a VP all the time. They were just in the corners. We're not going to get them. Flipping points, he was a little unlucky with some of the flipping of the points. I had a 1 health magic sitting on a point protecting it on her healthy side, and he couldn't kill her. He couldn't take her down, and he would flip it. Every time he would flip, it would fail, and because of the health thing, because he needed 2 successes down, right? It was so bad. I prioritized taking down Echo, who had an extract, and I felt really good about this, though, because, Jamie, what I did is Beast was up there. He gave her Pestilence. She shook it and then walked away to behind a size 3, so APOC couldn't see her. I had all Beast did was walk, then did his attack to get 1 power that I needed to then throw her backwards behind him.
Nice.
All it did was put her into line of sight range. It took a point, right, because she hit the wall. Which was so great because then APOC could shoot her, and that was really clutch because otherwise you can't take her down. She's so annoying.
I love that with Beast as well because you might as well roll the dice in case you get a skull, and then your prayers are answered, right?
Yes, 100%. I wasn't. I think that might have been actually the way I got her because she's hard to damage.
Yeah, you're not going to damage her very easily. Yeah, sure.
And I totally made a mistake. I put APOC. He had a choice of which of my secures to protect, and I took the wrong one. And he was basically in La La Land by himself, and I was like, "This is really bad." So I ended up trying to get enough power magic to get enough power to Journey Through Limbo, and I couldn't do it. My dice was not working on that side at all. It was really bad. Magic was not doing work. So, but I got to finally understand why people like APOC on these maps so much because he could just walk anywhere he wants and do the flips if he wanted to. And that's what he ended up doing. I spent an activation. He double walked, he did Pestilence, and he flipped. And that was actually good. So it was like not a problem.
It's the big gotcha with Apocalypse is he can just suddenly turn into a crisis piece.
Yes.
So I'm going to flip a bunch of points.
Because I was running out of time. He was scoring so many VPs. He scored a big swing of like almost all the secures, and he had a lot of extracts. It was bad. And then Black Cat was like a cat, was messing around with Blob as if he were a mouse, throwing him around, stealing his extract and putting him in the corner because I did a fallback. It was stupid with Blob. But so it came down to it was the last round, and he needed to flip an uncontested point, and he would have won 16-15. And it was Echo, so it was really thematic. She did her double long move to get to that point. All good. It was like he rolled it. 3 blanks.
Oh, no.
It was not good. It was really bad. I felt so terrible. But I was also happy about the win because I did try to do my best under very hard circumstances to stay in the game. But the pay to flips did him in
That's rough.
overall.
That's so
rough. Yeah. So poor Rob. But yeah, I won that one 16-15 on that epic last roll. It was crazy to win the turn to end the tournament that way. So, but that's it. That was my 7 games.
So what was your score overall?
Not good. What was I? Let's see. 3 and 4. 3 and 4.
3 and 4. I went 5 and 2.
Yeah. Nice. Really good.
So not see, are you gonna stick with Apocalypse?
Yeah. Well, it was part of my New Year's resolution to try to stick to something and try to work it out. So
yeah,
I'm going to do that.
Nice. I mean, Apocalypse is definitely that. Like, I've just finished my 50 games with him and I'm still learning stuff. Every game this weekend, I learned new stuff. So I think there's so much mileage with that affiliation and so much to unlock. So yeah, I think you should stick with it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I don't feel bad about playing APOC because I'm not good at it, so it's not like I'm just stealing wins or clubbing seals. Let's say, Where can I find my current ranking though? Because Mike Fieldmay has a bet with me. Yeah, because we were the exact same ranking when we started the tournament, and so we have a pint.
Oh, really?
And who ended up with a better?
Mike had a good tournament.
Yeah, I know he did. I know. Yeah. So I think
you go to lead. Oh, hang on. No, how'd you do that?
I don't know where it goes. Is it player profile? Is that what it is?
It'll be on your player profile. Yeah, I'll find Mike. You find you.
Okay.
You click on your player profile.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. For some reason we were on the same ranking, and so he's like, "Oh, I'm going to try to see who's better at the end of it."
What's
I don't know
ranking?
why.
I've got Mike's here.
Where do I go? Is it current record overall ranking?
No, it should be near the top.
Yeah, it doesn't have that number up there. So
I've got it here. Okay, maybe I can find you.
Oh, and that's lifetime. So yeah, see if you can find mine then. Apparently, my best rating was in 2022.
Really?
Yeah. It was 580 back then. Some reason.
Now, I don't think you've gotten worse. I think the MCP community has gotten better.
Yeah, probably.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah. That makes sense to me. If I'm looking at the current record, then maybe I know what the ranking is.
I got it here. Okay,
Go ahead.
You ready?
Yes.
Your rating is 492.
Yeah, I see it. And my win rate is 49%, which is exactly me. It's exactly me. I'm basically
just below half.
Yeah, it's just always half. I'm going to call that half. I'm always, and I should be happy with that. I don't know why I'm so upset about it. I don't know.
We can do a whole episode talking about that.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm 492. What is Mike Fieldmay?
Mike Fieldmay is 494.
Oh! Son of a gun!
2 points higher than you.
Oh man! Also, I still feel pretty good that we're that close. That's pretty good.
Mike had a great tournament and an incredible list. He went 4-0 on day one.
Oh wow!
He had an incredible tournament. Yeah, he was probably our star player alongside Finley. So
what was his record then?
4-3. He lost every game on Sunday. I left that part out. But he went 4-0 on Saturday, so that was some fun beers on Saturday.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, he bought me one too, so I owe him 2 pints now. One for social reasons and one for the bet.
Nice, that's fun.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a long episode, but we were so thrilled with this tournament. It was. We got so many nice people walking up during the tournament, not just at the end, saying we listened to the show, we wanted to be part of this. Thank you so much, because it met all of our expectations. And I'm hoping the survey reveals the same, because a lot of people may want to say negative things to your face. So, but I hope that carries through for everybody, because we certainly had a great time. And most of all, we're pleased to see. And did you see all the pictures that Leon took for us? There's some great pictures. They're in the Discord if you want to look at them, in the ATB Team Tournament channel. It just shows how many people were having fun, and just how many people there were. It was just mobbed. It was so good.
120 people, and we have space for more.
Yeah.
Just saying, we could do more than 120 next year.
Yeah, and we have plans to do some GTs in the year to go. So there'll be different types of format, obviously, maybe. But the point is that we hope to see you at one of those.
Yes, for sure. And we are going to be running this event again next year. Obviously, a bit soon to worry about it for now, but we're looking around the first or second weekend of January in 2027. But we're also going to be running a team event in the lead up to WTC this year.
Yes.
So we'll announce that soon. Just be on our across the Bifrost Discord to find out about it. But whether you're going to WTC or not, the teams that do go really appreciate some team practice leading up to it. So we're going to run one of those events, and you can just jump in. Sometimes they need filler players to help out. So yeah, look out for that if you want to play in a team event at some point soon.
Cool. All right. Until next time, then. Cheers and happy gaming.